Alrighty, good afternoon, and thank you for streaming the 2022 USAPL New York State Championships. We're back on the stream. My name is Antonino Fazio. Joining me by my side is Chris Delacarpini.
Thank you, Tony. Now that I've figured out how to turn off the mute button, I think we're ready to go.
Let's do this. Excited for these lifters in the afternoon. Had a great morning session. Looking to carry that momentum into the afternoon here.
Looking to get a little inspiration for tomorrow morning when I got to do this.
For sure. Yep, Chris is competing tomorrow morning in the Masters 2.
Masters 2. My big concern is, am I going to make 110 kilos? That
Oh,
was the New Year's resolution.
The
Can I
classic
slim
making
down
weight.
to make 110 kilos.
Classic. I have faith in you.
So I may be a winner by about 7:30 tomorrow morning if I do that.
We have another great day tomorrow. Have a ton of lifters competing. A couple of my guys. Going to be a great time. What do we have here for time? I think we're timed out. I think we should be starting within the next couple of minutes here.
We have William Tompkins, the first lifter up. He's going to be attempting 152.5 kilos.
That is a junior lifter weighing in at 75 kilos. Got Gino in the building.
I didn't get the message on the dress code for today. I didn't know it was formal.
It's getting the crowd all riled up here for the afternoon session, folks. Should be starting here momentarily. Spotters and loaders getting ready. And here he is, William Tompkins, 75-kilo lifter. Looking very composed for his first attempt. Gets under the bar in about a mid-bar stance. Walks it out nicely. Looks like he's sunk depth there. What do you think, Chris?
I'm impressed.
Three white lights. Excellent.
Thumbs around grip. I don't do that. I may have to. I'm not playing with anything for tomorrow, but
Yeah,
I try that.
I just mentioned in the morning, if you haven't done something before, the meet day is not the time to experiment with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I played around with both. I think it just depends on what you're comfortable with, you know.
Last meet I went to, I learned the hard way. You got to have 4 fingers on the bar, the whole lift. You can't let my arms go a little askew, but you got to have 4 fingers on.
Yep. You have to have your fingers on the bar. We have here Joseph Foley, 75-kilo lifter. Opening up with 155 kilos on the bar. Takes it out slowly.
Come on, hip drive.
Up.
Very good.
Appears to have sunk it. Let's see what the judges say here.
Oh, you got one red.
2-1.
That's close enough.
Now, since Chris is competing tomorrow, I have to tell him that we have a few national-level judges in the building, so it's important that you execute to near perfection.
And this is the one thing. I mean, we're all neurotic lifters, but the squat is the one I think that really plays into your neuroses. Did I get deep enough?
Yep.
Was
Yeah, I was mentioning that this morning. You want to make sure. Yep. And they're looking for that hip crease. You want the hip crease below the knee.
That's why we all wear black singlets so no one can see the actual budget. Gregory Walter, attempting 170 kilos.
No question about depth there. It was pretty easy.
Bounce, very nice and smooth. Well, they're all
good.
looking up. These are. Yeah, this is what happens if you don't work out in a gym with a mirror. You get out of the habit of looking straight ahead when you squat. I'm looking at the floor the whole time.
Yeah, I said this morning. You need to train how you're going to compete. So it's good to get away from that mirror because you're going to be looking at a crowd on meet day.
Yeah. I'm at the point now, if I end up in a gym somewhere else where there's a mirror, I will turn around. I'll redo the lift so I can just look at the rest of the gym.
That's why they moved all the competition stuff over at my gym at ABC Sports and Fitness. It was originally in front of the mirror.
Dylan Price at 175.
Let's see what Dylan's got. He's a teen.
Some quite colorful lifting shoes there. I don't know. That looked a little quick.
Good execution. Definitely a good opener.
We're at 180. This is close to 400 pounds, but it's just 3 little plates on each side. The metric does not look as impressive.
It doesn't.
When I put 400 pounds on the bar, that's a statement. You can see that from across the gym.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with the kilo plates, it's deceiving.
When I show people my list, I have to tell them, no, that's really heavy. It is. Those are not the same as your plates.
This is 397 pounds for Alex. Just a teenager here. He's in the 75 kilo division. Pretty impressive opener. Narrow stance. Looks like he's got a squat heel.
Oh, very nice.
Definitely has many kilos left in the tank. Curious to see what he jumps to for his second and third. Good lift. Got Matthew here at 195. There's some big numbers for 75 kilos, I'm sorry.
What is the age cutoff for the juniors? These are 20 to 23, so these guys are still in college?
20 to 23.
God, if I'd known about lifting in college, what would I be doing now?
That's my division. We got one more year.
Oh, God bless. I didn't start doing this for real until about 3 years ago.
Well, I always say, better late than never.
Amen.
Got Matthew up, 195. This is 430 pounds on the bar.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, depth was a little questionable. Let's see what the judges say here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess you know it when you see it.
Yep. And let me tell you, that head judge in the morning was very unforgiving. So even if it was that question, it was automatically a red light.
They got to send a message. That's like the ref in a football game. He calls holding, the first play or something like that. He's not fooling around.
Let them know right off the bat.
Exactly.
You're not getting away with anything here with these judges.
All right, these are the teens now. Stanley Zapata attempting 207.5. You can go up 2.5 increments here.
Yep.
I may need to know that tomorrow in case 5 kilos seems a bit ambitious.
Came out with some fire, too. Let's see how this moves.
I don't know.
Well, look, it's close.
Narrow.
Very narrow
that
stance.
Makes it tough. Yeah, 2 lights.
2 to 1.
Well, these guys have a lot of time left to learn how to do this right. So
100%.
I got no time. I got to get this right tomorrow. I don't know when my career ends.
You got plenty of time.
AARP doesn't send gym discounts, so I don't know how much time I have.
Now, what numbers are you looking to hit tomorrow, Chris?
God willing, I'm going to squat 235, which I think is 518.
Wow.
235.
Wow.
I'll bench 160, and depending on how I feel, I'll pull 245.
Those are some monster numbers.
Now, it's all relative. There are guys here who will start with more than my last bill, It's a Foley here for a second attempt, up to 160.
Nope, took a 5 kilo jump here. 11 pounds. See how he does here.
Respect the Chuck Taylors.
Pretty wide stance, too, just outside of shoulders width. See how that treats him.
Oh, jeez.
It's like he lost balance out of the hole there, Chris.
It is very hard to stay tight at the bottom. It's my fear. It's like a wise man once said, it's hip drive.
Yep.
I think when we get panicked, we want to try and lift with our back. We're eager to get upright as soon as possible. You got to be patient at the bottom and lift your hips.
Tompkins here. 160 kilos on the bar.
See if he can take on the dragon here.
352 pounds. Shouldn't be a question of depth there. Let's see what the judges say. It's a good fight. 3 white lights.
Okay. Good to see. That was a fight. It was a grind. I'm going to start seeing those now.
Yeah, towards second and thirds, Chris, we start to see them grinding it out.
Sure.
It's not a powerlifting meet if you don't see some grinders.
Absolutely. You didn't really, you want to leave something in the tank, but you also want something that's going to be a struggle.
Got Gregory
Here he is,
Walter
Gregory
here.
Walter.
177.5. So he takes his time. He's got plenty of time. These lifters get a whole minute, folks.
This is looking tough right now. Come on. Good depth, good depth.
Yup.
Come on.
Easy.
Good.
Very easy. That's an ideal second attempt. He's going to have plenty left in the tank for his third. Got Alex up next.
There's a team division. Where are the teens finding the equipment to lift? The high school gym is taken up by the football team and the wrestling team. God bless, he's got the resources to find this. Lucky him.
Well, when the powerlifters step in, they tell them to step aside. It's whoever lifts more weight, Chris.
See, I would have no idea what it's like in the high school weightlifting room. The track team didn't get in there very much. So.
No, the track team gets last.
Marching band never got in.
No.
Very good.
Very controlled.
Yeah, that's me. I don't bounce as much.
You want to be controlled in there.
You do. The danger is you end up doing a pause squat, and that's just...
Yeah, we saw a couple lifters in the morning doing that. And
That's
didn't
fear.
go
You're
over
afraid.
too well.
You're afraid
Yep.
of what's going to happen when you come up.
Yep.
I get that.
It's all about that smooth transition.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Dylan Price right now. Pretty big jump here.
Yeah.
15 kilos.
That is
Just over 30 pounds.
It's more than I'm going to do shot tomorrow.
Let's see what that is. That is 419 pounds. He's a teen lifter. 75 kilos. Takes it out pretty strong. Gets in his stance. Chris likes his shoes.
I envy
Let's see
that
if
he
his
can pull
shoes
it
are going to
off.
bring him some luck here on a second. He is wearing green shoes,
Are
and you
those
know what they
actual
say.
Lifting what?
I mean, they say the luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could lift in any. I'm pretty sure you could lift in any shoe.
He's lifting in basketball sneakers. How much is he giving up to the softness of the sole? Son, go get a cheap pair of Chuck Taylors. Ask Santa for some do-wins. Come on. You're worth it.
If it works, it works. I used
you
to
can't argue
squat.
with results, yes.
Yeah, I used to squat in the basketball shoes too.
I squatted. You remember those toe shoes? I was in that fan.
Oh man, we all start somewhere, right?
Yeah,
we all
I did that.
start
I
somewhere.
thought I was innovative doing that nonsense.
And then we graduate.
Then you grow up.
Yo, you grow up. I was gonna say that. So he's got 200 kilos. He went up 5 kilos after missing his first attempt. Let's see what happens.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Looks like it
I
paid
think he
off. I
did,
think he sunk it. He knew that his first attempt moved great.
Very nice. Good to
3
see.
white lights. And remember, when you're in a meet, you're under pressure if you miss your first attempt, because
Absolutely.
if you decide to go up, you really need that second attempt, because if you miss that second and you miss your third, you're disqualified. You do not get a total at the end of the day. So it's very important to hit your attempts. And you can't go down in weight.
No.
So you miss an attempt, that's it. You have to either take that same weight or go up in weight. So you got it. There's a little bit of strategy involved. It's not just coming out here and lifting these weights.
A smart lifter or a well-coached lifter there.
Exactly. Or a little bit of both.
Stanley Zapata coming in attempting 212.5, another one of our team lifters.
And he also missed his first attempt and decided to go up. Let's see if this pays off for him. He missed it on depth, I believe. We mentioned he has a very narrow stance. Looks like he sunk it there. No question about it. May have a couple kilos left in the tank. Definitely a good lift. 3 white lights. We like to see these lifters lifting under pressure, and they're all about the comeback.
Yes, absolutely.
We got Joseph Foley up next. He is retaking his second attempt for his third at 160 kilos.
So he stayed pat here. He's gonna.
Yep. He just wants to get on the board with this 160. Let's see if he could get it. Looked pretty smooth taking it out. Yeah, I don't think the depth was there, but the strength definitely wasn't there. I'm sure he'll be doing a full assessment on his squat.
Yeah.
And fixing what needs to be fixed during training.
And over-analysis if he's anything like me.
I think you have to overanalyze. You need to really get to the root of what the issue is and make the proper adjustments. In your training.
Got 6 months till you try and compete again, so you got plenty of time.
Plenty of time to make adjustments. William Tompkins, yep, looking to go 3 for 3 on squat. Took a smaller jump, only 5 kilos, 11 pounds. See if he's good for it. Not quite there for strength. It's a good attempt, though.
Yeah, good attempt.
He'll be back for bench.
Tough. These guys are all impressed. Again, getting into this young, when most schools don't have a team, there's not a lot of support for it. It takes a lot of initiative for them to show up to this.
Yeah, 100%. When I started, I was the only powerlifter at my high school.
Yeah, and people asked you what it was.
Yeah. There's just not really a lot of exposure to the sport. That's what we're trying to do here, create exposure around the sport.
Yeah, or they will think you're an Olympic weightlifter.
Yeah, because
that difference.
Yo, you always get the question, is this the Olympic one? It's like, no.
No, I lift weights, but it's not weightlifting.
Wait, it's not Olympic weightlifting.
Gregory Walter trying 182.5.
Gregory's about to show us what powerlifting's all about with his third attempt. Let's see if he could hit this.
Good, come on.
Great depth.
Wow, very smooth.
That's an excellent third attempt. He's got plenty of energy for bench and deadlift. And for those of you who are watching at home and you're not too familiar with powerlifting, you get 3 attempts at each lift. So there's a squat, bench, and the deadlift. And on each attempt, you get your opener, your second attempt, and your third. Opener should be relatively easy because you just want to get on the board. Second attempt, a little bit heavier. And then the third attempt's typically like a PR. So you want to make sure that you're planning these attempts accordingly.
You go in with a range. Like if you felt good on your first, do you
Yep.
go a little up or a little low, or if it wasn't so good?
Yep.
I have to game all that out tonight in the hotel room.
Got to come in with the game plan. This isn't... See Dylan Price, 200 kilos. This is 441 pounds on the bar. For a keen 75 lifter, this is a huge squat.
He's got that.
Definitely had the depth. Very smooth.
Oh, he's gonna get
wow.
This. Great.
And that was a grind, guys. That was 3 white lights. Oh, he's all fired up. That's what it's all about right there. That type of energy. We love to see that.
It's hard to show emotion after one of these because you are so drained.
Either you're drained or you're all fired up, and it just... You show the emotion, and then you crash.
Exactly.
Sure, he's got some more pre-workout in the back. Speaking of pre-workout, shout out to one of our sponsors, 110%. They have a booth here selling graphic tees, pre-workout, some blender bottles. I was just at their booth a little while ago. If you're in town and you want to come check them out, definitely worth it.
Alex Avni attempting 202.5 kilos.
I think this is 447
Ambitious
pounds.
jump for him. Oh, I
Big
think
jump.
He did.
He pays off.
I think he did it. Is that a double prong belt? He made his old. He likes a challenge.
Oh, the belt paid off for him.
Yeah.
Got Matthew up next, 205 kilos. 75s are pretty impressive, aren't they, Chris?
I'm impressed with all of them. I'm impressed that they're coming back. We've seen some adversity here. Guys missing an attempt, coming back undaunted. Matthew's going to attempt 205 kilos for a 75-kilo lifter.
That's huge. This is 452 pounds for a junior lifter.
Good stance.
Waiting for the start command. Nope, just not there on strength. Gets credit for a
Came out
second.
well.
Came out well. But he's in the meet. Got a second attempt, so
Yeah.
bounce back from a missed attempt.
Our pit crew there getting a workout with these failures. That is not an easy position to be in.
Nope. Especially if you have a taller lifter and the spotters are shorter. That's when
Yeah.
you really hope that they get it.
I've gone up there and there have been like 5 spotters waiting to surround me, and I start to get a little insulted. Really, guys?
Well, there's a rule. I think anything over 500 pounds, they add in 2 more spotters automatically.
And
Just going to wave them off next time. Say, I got this.
yeah.
217 and a half for Stanley.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, he's getting,
It was close on depth,
yeah.
at least from our angle
Very
here.
quick. Oh,
2-1. Hate to see that. Happens to the best of us, but he'll be back for bench, and he's in the meet, folks. Right now we're on to our second flight. Leonardo starting us off here. Open lifter in the 75-kilo class.
Leonardo Pavaldi attempting 135 kilos for a squat attempt. Men's 75-kilo division.
Taking his time.
A7 knee wraps, knee sleeves, good to see, not wraps. Good.
Depth looked pretty good. That was pretty
Good
easy.
choice of a first attempt.
2-1 though. I think they called him on depth. Telling you that middle judge is unforgiving.
Okay.
Just keep that in mind for tomorrow, Chris. There's no playing around with the depth here.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure. Got Joey up next.
Attempting 145 kilos. I recognize him. I think I've competed against them. We do really compete against these people. We compete with people. The enemy is the barbell.
That's right. It's at the end of the day, it's you versus you. You know, you shouldn't be
Yeah.
looking at other lifters.
Good, good.
Good depth. Very easy first
Good
attempt.
job. Knew what he was doing.
Shouldn't be any issues there from the judges.
Yep.
3 white lights.
All right, I'll take a chance, stab at this. Gabriel Pilic.
I'm not even going to attempt that,
I've seen
Chris.
enough Southern European basketball players to know the IC is itch, so I'm going to say Gabriel Pilic. Although it's Vladi Divac, I don't know. Well, I do know he's attempting 160 kilos in an 82.5 kilo category, so he's almost at twice his body weight. Always impressive to see.
£352, flies off his back. I think he could have done a press with that.
Okay, they were impressed. It happens so quick for a lot of guys. You got to know what you're looking for. I am much slower at this. I'm much slower at everything at this age. But
You tend to slow down when you get older, right, Chris?
you do. I'll get there eventually, but don't rush me.
Got Daryl up next. 160 kilos on the bar. Waiting for the start command. He gets it. Definitely sinks to depth.
No problem. Yep.
3 white lights.
Can you hear the commands? I can't hear them.
No, you can't. We can't hear anything from out there, so
Yeah.
we're just going based on what we see.
So the commands in the squat, you take it out on your own.
Yep.
The command is down, and then when you come back up, you have to wait until you get the command to rack. So you can't kind of come up and dive into the rack.
And it's important to wait for those commands. Don't want to see lifters missing easy weight
Yeah.
on commands.
Trevor Cusick at 182.5 kilos.
Walks it out pretty confidently. Nice and controlled in the bottom. Let's see what the judges say with the depth. 3 white lights.
I've always wondered how the guy sitting right in front judged the top of the crease. I think you got to have the 45-degree angle.
Yeah, and that judge is off to the side. I'm not sure if it's the angle that one judge is on, but very unforgiving from that angle. So even if it's questionable, it might look high from that angle. Normally from the front, though, Chris, it looks pretty. You always give the benefit of the doubt to the lifter.
Joseph Skowronski at 182.5 kilos.
Sinks it out of the hole.
Down and up, no problem.
Got 3 reds. He might have missed the command. I think he missed the rack command. We were just talking about that. You need to wait for those commands. Like I just said, you hate to see lifters missing easy weight due to the command. So it's something your coach has to drill into your head before you go out there, especially these first-time lifters. Emotions are high.
Certainly easy as a newbie. Nobody's used to commands in the gym.
Got to train that way.
You got to train, keep the weight under control.
And take your time. You don't want to rush it.
Abraham Holman rocking an A7 singlet, one of our sponsors here today. Looking good, Abraham. At 190 kilos.
No question about his depth there.
Looking good all the way. Very nice. 3 whites. Seen a few lifters here already with A7 attire. I am a big fan. I love their bar grip shirt because trucking right back up.
The bar grip shirts are awesome. I'm waiting for them to approve those so we could compete with them.
Some federations allow them. Alader Cardoso at 215 kilos.
This is a pretty big first attempt for a 75-kilo lifter.
Yes, indeed.
Seems to sink it.
Yeah.
He's got those ins or knee sleeves on.
Very nice. And for the folks at home, that's 474 pounds.
Pretty easy first attempt. That's a big squat in that division, in that weight class.
Now we're up to the 82.5 kilo men's raw open.
Jordan Roman here, 220 kilos on the bar for his first attempt.
Now raw means you can still use knee sleeves, you can use wrist wraps, you can use a belt. That's about it.
Yep.
No fancy underwear, guys. Just
485 pounds here. Looks confident from the start.
yeah, you should be for your first attempt. Get something under the belt. Physically and mentally, it's so important.
Took it out pretty strong. And I think they're gonna call him on depth here.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know if you've ever used those knee sleeves. Those are the new Inzer knee sleeves, and they are they feel like knee wraps. So it's kind of hard to hit depth with those because they're so tight on your knee.
Interesting. All the more reason you got to practice in what you're going to wear on
Yes,
game day.
100%.
And if you got to break in something,
Yeah.
start early.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not hitting depth with those knee sleeves in training, you got to make adjustments.
And you got to find out if you're hitting them in training. You
Yes.
Have somebody tell you.
Yep.
All the more reason
Take a
you
video.
need a coach.
Yep.
I've got a coach. It's online because it started during the pandemic, but he looks at everything,
Yep.
and it's no BS. Get a straight scoop from a knowledgeable coach.
That's
You know
the thing, picking coaches. You need to find someone who's knowledgeable, somebody who's going to tell you the way it is. 155 kilos here. Missed his first attempt and took a huge jump. Wow, this is actually a massive jump.
I don't think he hit that. And again, it's a narrow stance.
I think it was a good lift. Wow, paid off.
Okay, good for him.
A narrow stance works for some people. It depends on your body type. If you have longer
that's
legs, shorter legs,
I started learning that in the deadlift when I stopped trying to have my back in somebody else's idea of horizontal and go with
Yeah.
what made sense. But it's true for every lift. Everybody has their own everybody has their own size.
Yep.
Size and shape, we'll say.
got to know how to utilize your size and shape. That is the most important thing.
Joey Alardi coming in at 155 kilos or 340 and change.
He was good for his first. Took a 10-kilo jump. And it looks like he might be able to take another 10-kilo jump. That was relatively easy. No sticking point there. Lift is good, 2-1.
I think I'm just doing 10-kilo jumps. That's just long. It just feels so different when you get under the bar after. What? What would you say? Something like this. Your first attempt is something you can hit for a triple? You can
Yes.
hit for 5,
Yeah.
triple?
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier on the live stream. I typically like to see first attempts, something that you could hit pretty much on any day, regardless of fatigue, and something you could probably hit for 3 reps. That's playing it safe. And if you taper properly, that's gonna fly on meet day.
Yeah.
Took a 15-kilo jump here. Looked like depth was pretty good.
Yeah.
Stayed consistent with his first attempt.
Yep.
3 white lights. Looks
Very
good.
Now Sue also coming back, 175 kilos. 385 and change. Again, it's amazing. These guys are all lifting twice their body weight or more. 75 kilos, none of them is bigger than 165 pounds.
Yeah, these are lighter guys, and they're lifting a tremendous amount of weight. 15-kilo jump for Daryl.
Very nice.
Looked pretty good.
Oh, his belt,
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Looked like his belt came undone. Equipment malfunction. Regardless, he gets the lift. He's
Daryl's
3 white
gotta
lights.
Get himself a bigger belt. Welcome to the Sunday lifters, buddy.
That's what happens when you start moving more weight. Got Joseph here. Went up a couple kilos after missing his first attempt. Do you remember why he missed his first attempt, Chris?
Joseph, I think Joseph had a depth problem.
Or see, that's a common issue here.
Certainly something that keeps me up at night.
Especially if it's close, you know, you really want to make sure. And you could it's very easy to overthink that on meet day. You really don't want to do that. 190 kilos on his back. Under
Good.
pressure.
That's got to be
good. Got to be
Good
good.
to
3
see.
white lights. He's in the meat.
Love to see somebody
in the
come
meat.
back with that second attempt.
And once again, if you miss 3 lifts, you're disqualified. You can continue the meet, but it's not going to count.
But if you make that second lift, it's as if you never missed that first one.
Exactly.
Back on schedule.
You're back on schedule. You're in the meet. You're good to go. Got
Trevor is
Trevor.
listed as a men's run guest.
Yeah, we saw that in the morning, too. Somebody said that it means that they're out of state or something. I don't know, but we don't even see. Well, let's see what he does here with 195.
I'm not sure about
Pretty
that.
close. It looks like he might have cut it a little short.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 to 1. 2 to 1.
This is like the Olympics. Even if you've never seen it before, you watch a few heats, you start to think you're an expert. Oh, I know. Yeah, that was a little too deep. No, a little too shallow. No, he got that. Yeah. Abram home now up 197.5 kilos. That is a little over 435 in pounds.
And this is another labeled as guest. Let's see what he could do here. A little slow on the walkout, nice and controlled.
That's a very wide stance for him.
You know, it's crazy. I see wider. There's people who squat wider stances.
And
I
I
look
find-
pretty good. Should have no problem getting
Yep.
the white lights and 3
Excellent.
white lights for him. Have a little bit more in the tank. I wouldn't take too big of a jump from there, but
Yeah. You know, I see people, it's not always how wide your stance is, it's whether your toes are pointed out.
Right.
You have to point out so you get your gut down there.
yep.
That's what I need more to get depth.
And it's tougher, Chris, when you have longer legs. You know, it feels like it's a mile down.
I'll take your word for it. I wouldn't know. I got these stubby legs I got here. I'm really long-waisted, short legs, so when I deadlift, I'm almost vertical.
Yeah, that's what you
just
want.
the way God made me.
That's what you want. That's ideal. It's an ideal deadlift build.
Jordan Roman, second attempt at 220 kilos.
So he retook his first attempt here because he just wants to get on the board. Like we talked about, he's got those ins or knee sleeves on. Let's see if he could hit depth here.
I
That
think
looked
so.
better.
I think so. Hope so.
Should be good. Yep, I told
2
you
lights
that
is good enough.
that middle judge is unforgiving. So if it's at question, it's automatically a red light from that middle judge. So it appears.
Well,
Got it.
state championships. We gotta have high standards here.
100%.
And here's Alder Cardoso attempting 222.5. That is 490 pounds. And a little bit. It's always ending a little bit.
He was good for his first at 215. He's also got the ins or knee sleeves on. Takes a big breath as he gets the start command. Definitely sunk it.
He's got it. There you go.
And that looked more like a third attempt. That's more like what a third attempt should look like. But he did get it. Oh, it was 2 to 1.
2 to 1. Oh,
I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like he hit depth. He might have missed the rack command.
I
But
know,
we-
I know that temptation. You're very eager to get that thing on the rack once you have stood up.
especially if it's heavy on your back.
Oh, yeah.
You just want to get rid of it. All right, we love a good comeback here. Leonardo missed his first attempt, decided to jump up 20 kilos. It's a huge jump. Now he's taking a smaller jump of 5 kilograms, going to
More
160.
reasonable,
Yep.
manageable.
See if he could hit this. Go 2 for 3 on the squat. Looks focused coming out.
Another double prong belt. Keeping it old school.
Those are old school, Chris. We see a lot of guys who are with the lever belts nowadays.
Too rich for my blood.
It's close on depth.
I think you got it.
Close on depth. We'll see. I'm willing to bet that. Oh,
All right.
3 white lights.
Congratulations. Joey Alardi back now for his third attempt. 162.5 kilos. 358 and change in pounds.
These are third attempts now, so we're sure to see some grinders here.
When you come up to that third attempt, do you look at it like it's a schoolyard bully? Totally do.
Well, these are typically PRs here, so you want to be.
You are facing your fears.
Yup.
Oh, I think he's got it. Oh, I think he's got it.
See,
Yes.
yup, 3 white
Good
lights.
job.
He's 3 for 3 on squats. Going into bench with momentum. We love to see that.
Joey wearing wrist wraps for the squat.
Yeah, I wear them too. I wear the wrist wraps for a squat.
What do you think they do
Depends.
for you?
Well, it depends. If you're using a lot of arm drive on squat, could bend your wrist back.
Okay.
It all depends on where your arm placement is on the bar, you know.
I'm using my arms for nothing but balancing the bar.
You go wider, Chris?
I go very wide.
Yeah,
right hand
so
right at the right
yeah,
at the
you're
edge,
not
the
you're
rack.
not really getting much arm drive, so
I
you're
can't bring him in close. If your arms are any size, it's
yeah,
tough.
yeah.
I'm just too bulky. Up
Gotta
top
stop
is really
hitting
my curse.
biceps. You
Yeah,
gotta stop
it's
hitting
true.
biceps. Third attempt here for Gabriel.
Very nice.
I mean, that's how you want a third attempt to look. A little bit more in the tank. Gets 3 white
No,
lights.
I want my third attempt to be a battle that gets the entire crowd cheering eventually, and then climaxing in front
Nobody's
of the-
cheering if it's a half a second lift.
That's why
You want to see that. You want
I want
to
to pause about halfway.
you need to pause it halfway, even if
Make
it's
sure
not
everybody
tough.
notices,
Even
everybody's
if it's not tough, you're gonna make it look tough.
Exactly.
I gotcha. You want to get the crowd in it.
Absolutely.
Got to perform for the crowd here. Daryl up right here.
Got 190 kilos. Third attempt.
He's been consistent with his attempt selection. Looks like he's jumping up
that
15
belt, that
kilos.
belt is looking dicey again.
Yup. Let's see if it comes loose again. He doesn't seem to care, though. I mean, he looks very strong on the day.
He
See if he
does.
can hit this third attempt. Sinks it. Oh, it does a
Oh,
little.
no.
Oh.
Oh,
Thought he hesitated in the hole there, but
I was about to say he got great
Looks like-
depth, and then he
yep.
got too much depth.
the belt came out of the loop again.
That's got to be maddening. You don't want
Yeah.
that.
Well, he went 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Second attempt looked solid.
And clearly went for something right at his about our limitations. That is what we're here to face.
Yep. Like Chris said, it's all about facing your fears. It's one thing to do this in the gym in front of a mirror, whole another thing to come out here, put yourself out there, out of your comfort zone, and compete in front of a crowd.
Yep.
Under pressure as well. I mean, you got it.
Almost always a very supporting crowd at these.
Yes.
Everybody is rooting for you, even if ostensibly they're competing.
100%. Got 441 pounds in his back. Joseph
Got
in
it.
and out. Nice.
Very good. Coming back
Very
from a
white
failed
lights.
first attempt at 182.5 to hit 200 kilos for a final attempt.
I've been seeing a lot of these comebacks, Chris. I love to see it.
Everybody wants to see it.
Everybody likes a good comeback, no matter
Exactly.
which sport you're watching, basketball, soccer.
love the underdog.
We love the underdog. We love when athletes are competing under pressure.
Trevor Cusick's last attempt, 202.5 kilos, 446 and change. A lot of steps out there. I try and take 2 steps, and that's it.
You want to conserve as much energy as possible. Definitely cut depth,
Yeah.
100%.
I was about to commend him for being in control on the way down, but
Yeah. I think a lot of these times they can hit the depth, they just second guess themselves. That's that fear at the bottom half of the lift where it's just like, I don't know if I can sink this.
My perspective, what I'm trying to lift tomorrow, I haven't hit, what my PR was since the last meet. And I think about 90-something% of what I think I'm going to do tomorrow.
Yes.
But I haven't done this. You don't go for a PR in the gym before the meet. Well, I don't.
Especially, there's different ways of doing it, but especially if you're close. Definitely don't want to go, like, if you're a week out, you shouldn't be PRing a week out. So a lot of it has to do.
205 kilos. Good. Come on.
Oh, this is
grind through it. Grind.
That's how you want yours to look tomorrow, right, Chris? If you want to finish it.
Yeah. One key difference.
He'll be looking to carry his momentum into deadlift, or bench and deadlift. So the order is squat, bench, and deadlift. 3 attempts at each. And he'll be retaking his second attempt for his third.
Good for him. Come back and fight.
Now, did he miss this on strength? Or I believe this was depth, right?
This was another depth.
Yeah.
No, he hadn't.
All right, let's see if he could sink this.
It's not till the third attempt we're seeing people get red lighted for failures.
Yeah. Well, that's when you're typically going to see
Sure.
people failing lifts,
Go
third
hard or go
attempts.
home.
Yeah. Let's see if he could get this, though. Depth looked good.
Nope.
Definitely not strong enough for that third.
Tragic. Well,
He'll get that next time he puts that on his back, for sure.
yeah.
Jordan Roman here.
5 kilo.
Now he's taken a 10-kilo jump.
That is 181.9 pounds. At 230 kilos, he is attempting 507 pounds. We have crossed the threshold, folks. 227.5 kilos doesn't sound like much. 500 pounds sounds like a lot.
Yes, indeed it is, especially for, what is he, 82.5 kilo?
82.5 kilos, yes. Very impressive.
He's in the men's raw open. Missed his first attempt on depth. Came back to hit it on a second, looking to hit 10 kilos heavier here. See if it pays off.
Good.
Oh, he looked strong out of the hole, just couldn't
Yeah.
finish it. He'll get credit for a second, though. Moving on to bench.
Coming in for a second attempt, is that right? He's coming in for a first
the first attempt.
So it must be the new flight.
Yes.
Okay.
Are there 3 flights of lifters in the
Yes,
afternoon?
there are 3 flights for this
Okay.
afternoon session.
So the morning session, there's only 2 flights. Afternoon, it looks like there's 3.
I think we just got 2 tomorrow morning.
Yep. So Francesco starting here, 140 kilos on the squat. Takes it out
He's
nicely.
got to widen that stance. Very nice.
It was easy.
Good choice.
Lift is good.
Taj Graywall. This is men's raw teen division, 82.5 kilo weight class. The younger generation compete, 155 kilos, 341 pounds and change.
I don't
Sure
think
about
that he
depth,
got
but
that
he certainly
depth
looked
there.
like he could have done
Yeah.
depth. He was
I mean, it
strong
was
enough.
easy. Oh, wow. He got it.
One red light. Very good to
Got
see
it.
for the youngster.
2-1. I would definitely brush up on that depth, though, because they might not be so forgiving on his second attempt.
That's interesting.
Nathan Preston up next.
167.5. That's 369 pounds and change. He looks young for the men's division, but you all look young to me.
Depth looked
And
pretty
without
good
like a man,
there.
that's
No
for sure.
problem. 3 white lights.
Good to see. Continuing at 167.5 kilos, we have Donald McCauley. I should try and get in here today after lifts and see what my rack heights are going to be. Save myself some time in the morning.
Yeah, you should probably do that today so you're not waiting in line. I'm not sure what weight class Ronald's in here.
Right, comes listed as a guest. He's got that.
Yeah. Let's see what they say on depth here. Lift is good.
Some will have the knees cave in a little bit, some won't. Really doesn't seem to make a difference, does it?
No, there's different styles of lifting. Every lifter has their own unique style. That's got to be so exhausting being a spotter and loader all day. It's a workout in itself.
And none of the glory.
None of the glory.
Although, you can take some satisfaction knowing you saved some guy from getting stapled.
100%. Unless you don't save them, then.
Come on. That's why they got 5 of them. Jackson Marzalek here at 170 kilos, 374 pounds and change. Respect the headband.
Let's see what you got, Jackson.
That other guy should have had a headband. Right? He's got it. Nicely done.
Jackson lifts out of ABC Sports and Fitness.
Oh, he's one of your people.
Yep, he's one of our
Very
guys.
Now, did I see you guys are hosting Cone's King of the Deadlift? Is that right?
Yep, Coleman's King of the Deadlift. That's another one of our sponsors here today.
That is in October. I had never seen that format before, where we just keep putting weight on the bar and you
Just keep putting weight on the bar. It's for a good cause.
That's great.
It's through Captain Cares. All donations go right to them. It's a great event.
I've seen similar events where if there's going to be one lift everybody tackles, it's the deadlift. That's
Yeah.
our enemy.
Yeah.
That's the one we all hate.
We actually have Sean Coleman here. He runs that. He's in the other room. We'll get him on the mic to explain it in a little bit. In the meantime, we got
Derek Gelato, beltless.
Derek Gelato, beltless and sleeveless. It's very rare in the powerlifting world to see a lifter come out with no belt and no
Raw
sleeves.
doesn't mean really raw, brother. You can use some equipment there. Good for him. TJ Marrero coming in for 175, 385 pounds and change. This is where we're getting in the teens, 14 to 19 years old.
82.5 kilos.
I want to see the 14-year-olds who got the stones to compete in one of these things. God, that takes courage, guys. Courage and commitment. Very impressive teens showing up today.
If you think that's impressive, you should have seen earlier, there was a female lifter who I believe was 12 years old. And she looked, I'm not kidding, she looked like an elite powerlifter. The form was better than most of the other lifters. It was unreal.
That's some
A
good
youth
parenting.
lifter. Got TJ, the very wide stance. He's
Very
got the
wide,
insert knee
yeah.
sleeves on. Looks like he's squatting in flats.
Very
Wow.
nice.
Fast. I
Good
almost thought that
choice
was
at
Sean
opener.
Noriega there. That wide squat stance.
Very good.
It works for some people, you know.
Yeah. Okay, getting to some big weights here.
What's up, brother?
Do you have the lifting cast? It's like,
Is that's not the lifting cast, is it?
his name is what's your last name? Jeremy Deacon. Jeremy Deacon?
Yeah.
Do you know when he's going?
When he's going,
Lifting cast.
the lifting cast should be up over there.
Yeah.
Jan, the big guy.
Yeah.
Taj Wellington now, attempting 225 kilos. That is 496 pounds.
Oh, really?
I got it. Don't
I'll definitely ask.
I think we have basketball shoes again. The sleeves are looking good.
Works for some.
He's got the depth.
You think
Very
so?
nice.
I think it's close. See, 3 white lights.
You owe me a soda.
Oh, after you compete, no soda before.
Absolutely. Yeah, I am so close to not making 110 kilos, and that matters to nobody but me.
What
But it matters.
what weight are you at right now?
I woke up this morning 240 pounds and change.
Okay.
So I am, the wrong cheeseburger for dinner.
Yeah. What's that in kilos?
110 kilos is 242 and change.
And you woke up at what,
240 and change. But still, I know that.
So you should make it, right?
Well,
Just
a
don't
long
have.
lunch at Cracker Barrel could blow my whole budget.
I was gonna say don't have a cheeseburger tonight. You'll
Exactly.
be good.
I'm gonna have to be good. Well, be good until the moment after I lift, at which point I will inhale like a half dozen bagels.
Oh, 100%. Especially from the Anabolic Baker, who's another sponsor of ours. He'll
Yeah,
be
she
here
said he's
tomorrow
coming
with the
tomorrow.
cookies.
I'll be saving some money for that.
Francesco looked pretty good.
Very good. second
150
attempt.
kilos. That's what we like to call money.
Yeah,
in the bank.
I was checking out Anabolic Baker's website before I came up here, and was hoping this guy was going to have a stand here for something, because that stuff looked like
Oh, he'll have it tomorrow.
a treat I hope to earn after my lifts. Graywall coming in, attempting 165 kilos, 363 pounds and change. We've seen a couple of lifters here today competing in masks. Have you done that? Did you have to do that during the meets during the pandemic?
Yeah, but during the beginning of the pandemic, when
It's
I competed
brutal.
at Collegiate Nationals, I had to compete with the mask. And you know what, though? I was training with the mask, and it just...
Smart.
But I had no choice because the gym required it, so... Much rather compete without it so I can
See,
breathe.
another beltless.
I can't tell if he... No, I think
Oh,
he's wearing
no,
a belt.
My mistake. He's wearing a belt.
It was black on black, so it was hard to tell.
I have the back of a 51-year-old man. I wear the belt for everything.
You wear the belt to get out of bed?
I wear the belt on the bike to get out of bed. I wish I could wear the belt to get out of bed. That would actually help. It's an idea.
Yeah, you sound like my dad now. He wears it all day, and he doesn't even lift.
Somebody once said, you can have a bad back inside a strong back or inside a weak back. What's your
That's right.
choice? And that's what I got. Nathan Preston at 177.5 kilos, 391 and change.
Ooh, looks like he
little
cut
shallow.
depth, right? Yeah, I
A
think so,
little hasty
too.
there, young man.
Oh,
just
wow.
one-
You know what's
Just
crazy?
the middle, just our friend in the middle.
I feel like the judges aren't being as strict. I mean, that middle judge you could always count on being strict, but looks like they're being a little bit more lenient with this flight for some reason.
It's a bit like baseball where they have the box around the strike zone now on screen. Now everybody thinks they're an expert.
Yep.
I can do the judge's job, sure.
Yeah. Everyone's a judge now, right?
I've done it in my living room. I can do it.
It really is like baseball, though. I mean, it's a judgment call at the end of the day, and
They've done their best to quantify it. We all try and quantify it in practice. Oh,
here we go. What do you think on that
I
depth?
think that was shallow.
Yeah.
Rolled.
Let's see what the judges say.
Yeah.
Wow, and the middle
Of all
judge
things,
gave the
this
way.
is-
Wow, I mean,
Our
that's the
center
first
judge
time.
was feeling generous there.
That is the
Okay.
first time that I've seen that today. Jackson out of ABC Sports and Fitness.
Is he a friend? Do you coach him?
No, yeah, he's a friend. I seen him. He is in college though, so he hasn't been around the gym. I forget where he goes to college, but
Wherever he goes, he's probably got a great gym at the college.
yeah,
It's
I mean,
one of the nice
most of them.
amenities you seem to find at colleges.
Yeah. He's got a decent amount of weight on his back, 185 kilos. Took a 15-kilo jump. Come on, Jackson.
I think they're going to give him that depth.
I think so. It looked pretty good to me. Let's see what the judges say.
Yep.
3 white lights.
Very good. Good job. Derek Gelato attempting 185 kilos.
No belt, no
Beltless.
sleeves. We know he doesn't wear a belt in
Takes
the morning.
a lot of guts.
Literally, it takes a lot of guts.
Yes,
You need
it
to have a
does.
strong core.
And a back about 20 years younger than mine. Seriously, my back aches watching him lift. But I'm just jealous. And you know what? He'll be better off when he gets to my age for having done this now.
Yeah, yep. And the thing is, I feel like, especially when you get older, you have to keep moving, whether you're, it doesn't matter what you're doing.
Strength train.
Yes.
It's muscle
Yes.
loss that really is the plague.
Yes. And when Chris says strength train, he doesn't mean go in and deadlift 500 pounds like he does.
Yes,
you know,
I
you
do.
just-
That is exactly what I mean.
You're assuming all the risk by doing that.
Come on,
Here we
young
go.
man. Very good for TJ McGrath at 190
He's got that.
kilos.
He's definitely got a strong back. 190 kilos for him in the bag.
No, you don't have to do what somebody else does. You got to do what you can today and do a little more next time. That's all you got to do.
All you have to do is take it day by day.
Yeah. and
Don't
just
look at
keep
anybody
improving.
else's progress. Judge your own progress.
Yep.
All right, what do we have here? Haj Wellington, 232.5 kilos on the bar.
So that is 512 pounds, folks.
For an 82.5 lifter. Junior, is that right?
Yes.
Junior lifter. All right, Taj, let's see what you can do here. Second attempt. Chris loves those basketball shoes. It looks like they're untied. I had my laces the same way for nationals, and they said something to me. It seems like he's getting away with it. Let's see if
Can't
he can
argue
get
with
this.
results. Come on, son. Oh, a little shallow.
He kept it consistent with his first. I'm pretty sure it was 2-1 the first time. And it's,
There you go.
wow, got
Good
3 white
job.
lights.
That is the biggest squat we've seen all day. Or I've seen all day.
Oh, it was
I've seen all
massive.
this all afternoon. Very nice job.
Very
Time
solid
well.
squat. Looked like he had a little bit more in the tank. What was that again?
That was
510?
232.5. That is 512.
512. So he has about 15 pounds left in the tank. Francesco
Third lift for Francesco, 160 kilos.
stayed
352
consistent with
change.
these jumps, 10 kilos.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be. 10 kilo jumps. Challenging enough.
I'd say that those are solid attempts, jumping up. It's 22 pounds, right?
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel too traumatic when you feel that difference.
Exactly. I would say anything over 30 pounds, pretty big jump,
Yeah.
especially if you're a lighter guy.
There you go.
Depth, nice.
Good way to attack it going down.
Looked like he had a couple kilos left in him, too.
That's how you want to end it.
I'm assuming he'll be saving that for bench and deadlift.
Gotta save something for bench and deadlift. Last meet I did, I was amazed how many guys were failing their third attempt on bench. And I felt like that was either people hitting a wall or just guys getting greedy on bench, because who doesn't want to have a big bench?
Yes. You know, when you say that you're a powerlifter, the first question that most people ask is, what's your bench? Taj, he's walking out real slow, but he hit his first 2 attempts. Took a 5 kilo jump here. Seems very calm.
You just can't see his facial expressions because of the hair. There we go. Oh.
Sunk depth.
Oh, come on. Oh.
Looks like he fell back on his heels just a little bit,
Yeah,
threw him out of
it's
position.
It's easy to, you got to stay tight into the bottom. You got to know what you're doing coming up.
Looks like you just overthought that slightly, Chris.
Yeah. I know my biggest mistake is wanting to get vertical too much out of the hole, getting impatient to get the lift over with. Very good attempts, though. All the teen lifters, to come out here, put in the work it takes to come here, and then to show up, very impressive.
185 on the bar for Nathan.
Oh,
Just not quite there on strength. Missed it out of the hole.
next up, Ron McCauley, attempting 185 kilos, 407 pounds for his third attempt.
I believe he missed the second. Was it on depth or was it strength?
I think that was depth. I don't think they failed. No, I think it was depth.
He's got a high bar stance. Looked like he sunk it there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I have been a low
That's
bar
good.
squatter forever. So when I see and look at someone and say, well, he's too vertical. Well, not if he's doing high bar squat.
Yeah,
He's going to change your center of gravity enough that, yeah, he's going to be more vertical. But I come from the starting strength coaching tradition where you low bar squat, and that's the only thing they ever do.
Yeah, it's very common amongst powerlifters to low bar squat. Got Jackson up. 190, took a 5 kilo jump. 11 pounds.
418 and change for his final attempt.
Let's go, Jackson. He's got a low bar.
Oh, shallow. Andy.
Missed that on strength there. He'll be back for the bench press and the deadlift.
Yeah, that's all you can do. And 2 good lifts.
Just got to keep moving.
Tony, I think we are now joined by my son, Luca, who has come to accompany Daddy. He's my coach for the weekend. He'll be handling my ammonia, wrist wraps and everything.
But we love to see families sticking together. You want to say what's up on the live stream?
Hi.
Hi.
Got our third commentator here. What's his name again? Luca?
Luca.
Luca.
He would like you to refer to him as Luca Bazooka.
Luca
His
Bazooka.
favorite character on Beastmaster. Derek Gelato, the beltless wonder.
And
Getting
sleeveless.
it done here at 190 kilos, 418 pounds. Well done.
And I think he's the only lifter with no sleeves and no belt. Very impressive.
He's not going to make me change, though. I'm not giving up the belt or the sleeves. I will take every
I was going to say,
advantage
does
the
that
rules
inspire
give
you a
me.
little bit?
No, I'm happy for him. There's no way I'm giving it up. I am too dependent. Mentally, I don't think I can squat without the belt anymore.
Got TJ here, 441 pounds on the bar, 200 kilos. This is his third attempt. He's good. He was good at 175. He was good at 190.
That's how that big stance again in those wrestling shoes, it looks like.
Yep, took a smaller jump from his second to his third. I think he's strong enough
nice
for this.
Attack.
And that was a
Very
perfect
good.
call. Perfect call for a third attempt.
Yes, smart choice.
That is an
Great
ideal third.
execution. No
3 for
hesitation.
3 on squat, going into bench with some momentum there.
Taj Wellington back for his third attempt, 237.5 kilos. Let me look that one up. That's 523.6 pounds. Luke, you think Daddy could do that?
Yeah, I do.
Bless your heart, son. Well, you're not going to even see me attempt that tomorrow. If I hit 235, I'd be very grateful.
Yeah.
Let's see if Taj Wellington could go 3 for 3 on the squat.
Again,
up
he
a
will
couple
be- he will
kilos.
be the biggest lift of the afternoon.
What did he decide to go up to in pounds?
237.5, that is 523.
523.
Okay.
Walks it out.
So it's pretty close. I thought he had
command.
15 pounds left.
He did.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes!
I don't know. I think I would
Bravo.
give that to him. He struggled with it a little bit.
I was going to go with the depth, but
Yeah, I think it was depth. If it was up and down on the bar, I believe it would have been a blue card.
that's true. Also grounds for a DQ, but still, heroic effort. That's the most weight
Yeah.
I've seen this afternoon.
That was good.
That was a good lift, Luca.
Yeah.
Luca, what are you squatting these days? About 250, 260 kilos?
Yeah.
Luca doesn't watch me lift or anything, but he hears me lift every morning.
Yeah.
The plates.
That's what wakes me up every morning. Him
That's a good
in
way.
the gym.
That's a good alarm clock. All right, it looks like we're going to be taking a 10-minute break, transitioning from squat to bench. So we'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. You are looking live at the New York
Hello.
State Powerlifting Championships 2022 here at CrossFit House Party in Clifton Park, New York.
Yes.
I'm Chris Delacarpini commentating for you today, assisted by Luca Delacarpini. Luca, how are you?
Good.
Luca, you're going to be responsible for converting kilograms to pounds for the audience today. You think you can handle that?
Okay.
By the way, that's all you're supposed to do on here. You don't do anything else on the mic, okay? Luca's come with me all the way from Long Island, New York today to cheer me on tomorrow. I'll be competing in the morning divisions. But now we are about to start the bench press for the afternoon flights, flight C, D, and E. 3 flights in the afternoon here on Saturday. And our first competitor will be Joseph Foley in the men's raw junior category, 75 kilos. His attempt will be 97.5 kilos. Luca, how many pounds is that?
That is 210 pounds.
Actually, it's not because you typed in 95.7 instead of 97.5.
Oh. Yeah, it still says 210. It still says 210.
Okay. Now, waits for the command. Up. And 3 white lights for Joseph Foley. Of course, in the bench press, you unrack the bar on your own. You wait for the command down. You wait for the command press and the command rack. So, particular challenge to stay under control and responsive to the commands while handling the loads.
And there's only one command on bench.
No, there's 3 commands on bench. There's only 1 command on deadlift.
Oh, that's enough.
And, we don't necessarily practice with the commands when we're training, so it's very important at a meet to get your mindset and to attend the rules meeting and familiarize yourself all over again with the commands.
Yep.
Tony is now back. Tony, no need for you to come back. Luca has taken your job. Thank you very much.
What's that, Chris?
Luca has more than capably replaced you here.
Oh, no.
So
Did I get fired?
I may be the one who gets fired before you. You guys can handle this on your own. People are going to get tired of me pretty quick. William Tompkins is next up in the men's raw juniors, 75 kilos. He will be attempting 110 kilos, Lou. How many pounds is that?
That is 242 pounds.
That's right. Daddy's particularly aware of that because that's his weight class, and that's what I better come in under tomorrow morning.
Really?
William
Is he gonna
Tompkins.
do it?
110 kilo opener. Got a long pause.
Arm must be motionless on your chest before you will get the press command.
He did it.
So no bouncing here.
3 white lights.
Yeah, very good. Okay, next up, Dylan Price. Attempting 115 kilos. I wonder what that is in pounds.
That is 253 pounds.
Very impressive for the young man. Dylan competing in the men's raw teen category. This is ages 14 to 19.
You are not that dead.
Now we're looking at taking the overhead view of the bench press here as Dylan attempts 115 kilos.
We are not looking at a regular view anymore.
Yeah, it's a great view for the bench press, though.
Yeah, but we've not been using this for the whole day.
No, we'll definitely use it now.
Yeah.
Great angle. It's more dramatic. Okay, next up, Matthew McGoldrick. In the men's raw junior category, 75 kilos. He will be attempting 117.5 kilos. How much is that?
That is 259 pounds.
He's a 75 kilo lifter. Now on the bench press, we're looking for a couple of things here.
What are we looking before.
First, we want to see if he
got
gets a
the- that
lift,
was
and he got
very
the
quick.
lift.
Well, he did it.
That was very quick. If he got the command, that's good control.
So
Very
at the
impressive.
start, they're looking to make sure that you have full control of that bar before they give you the start command. When you bring it down to your chest and it's on your chest, they want to make sure that that bar is completely motionless before they give you the press command. So
Alright.
if you're playing around with that on your chest, they're not going to give you that press command. While this is, go ahead, Chris.
Stanley Zapata, another teen competitor here, attempting 122.5 kilos.
What does he have on his hand?
Well, he's got chalk, which is a tremendous help in keeping your grip on the bar, especially as you get sweaty.
Oh, okay. That makes
Start
sense.
command.
How much is he lifting, Dad?
Lou, that's your job.
No, you didn't tell me the
Oh, it's
pound.
122.5 kilos, Lou. And he lifted it well. 3 lights for Stanley Zapata. That was 270 pounds.
Yeah, Dad.
And Lucas, speaking of chalk, if you ever find yourself in a gym that doesn't allow the use of chalk, find another gym.
Okay.
CrossFit House Party, amply supplied with chalk.
How much chalk, Dad?
All that you could need.
Unlimited amounts.
How many kilos of chalk do you think there is, Dad?
Jeremy Deacon in the teen category,
125
attempting
kilos.
125 kilos.
How many kilos, Dad?
125. Handles it with ease. Very good.
He
No
is
wraps, no
lifting
belt.
275 pounds.
Very impressive. Tony, do you use a belt on bench press?
I do not. It's all personal preference, though. I used to wear one, and then I stopped wearing one. Do you?
I do. I'll take every advantage I can get, real or imagined.
If at the end of the day, could just be a placebo, but
You know, I find it helps me remember to brace.
Yes.
If it doesn't help me brace any better. And when I brace right, there's no mush at the bottom.
Right.
It's a more solid liftoff.
How many kilos is he doing, Dad?
Alex Avni attempting 130 kilos. Another one of our teen competitors.
He's doing 286 pounds. That's a lot. Is he gonna do it?
has a closer grip, more tricep
Yes.
dominant lifter for Alex. Looked
Yes,
pretty easy.
interesting. 'Cause longer.
He did it.
Oh, wrong, but he handled it.
So
Very
he's
well.
done the most so far, right, Dad?
He has. Now everybody here is going to be wearing wrist wraps. I think.
What are
That's-
they
that
wearing,
seems to be
Dad?
consensus. You need your
Yes.
wrist wraps.
Dad, what are they
that.
wearing?
They're wearing wraps on their wrist, which provide really they do the same thing a belt does, I think, just for your wrist. You just-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, provides stability for the wrist.
yeah.
Allows you to flex your wrist a little bit more without creating
Or
pain.
rather, doesn't let you flex your wrist.
Yeah. Well, at least
Oh, Dad, how much is he doing?
Joseph Foley attempting 105 kilos, Lou, in our
see
men's
that?
junior category.
he's taking his time with
He's
this
doing
setup.
231 pounds. That's a lot.
Got to keep your feet, your butt, your shoulders, and your head on the bench throughout the movement.
You see some of these guys with the crazy arch, and it's all part of the game. You want to be as efficient as possible
You
while
do.
moving this weight. Got a longer pause.
Oh,
Yep.
All right. Well, he
that is
did
a
it.
crushing moment when you have to admit to yourself, I don't got this. And we have all been there. We have all pushed ourselves a little too hard at one time or another. We have faced our limits. Always frustrating. But
115 kilos.
As long as you assess and come back, that's all it's about.
it's like they said in the
Guy
Batman movie.
is
Why do we fall
doing-
down, Bruce?
So we can get back up. Yep.
253 pounds.
253-pound attempt for Gregory Walter in the men's junior 75-kilo division.
115
Yeah.
kilos. Took a 5-kilo
You
jump.
think he's gonna
his
do
first
it,
to his
Dad?
second.
I do.
Yeah, me too. I think he's gonna do it.
Has a nice arch.
I couldn't arch like that if I tried, so.
Probably could actually, but I don't know.
Looked pretty good.
I've never done that where you lower your butt after you unrack the bar.
Yeah, that's how I set up.
Okay.
100.
That would be so. I'd have to practice that. If
Yeah.
I have everything set, and then the only thing that moves is my arms and shoulders. I got it.
Daddy, he's doing 259 pounds.
Yes, and a successful attempt there.
Yep. You need to practice it and get good at it.
William Tompkins back for his second attempt. big jump here, 7.5 kilos, up to 117.5 kilos.
It's a lot.
Everybody's got this super arch.
Or do they have a super arch?
They do. This is what the young people are doing these days, though. I think my time has passed for
I
that.
really am not. I'm not doing that, Dad.
He had a lower touch point on his
Oh.
chest, just didn't quite get it.
Yeah,
Looked
I
like a
find I have to have
strength
a
issue.
higher touch point. If I have that lower
Oh.
touch point, I create a moment arm, and it makes it just tougher.
Come on.
I agree.
I mean, there's a moment arm in the bench anyway, because you're never touching right where your shoulders are. But Dylan Price back for his second attempt. He will also try 117.5 kilos, one of our teen competitors.
He's doing
The A7 wrist wraps, very nice.
259 pounds.
I use those as well. You can use the wraps. You've got to unhook the
259
thumbs.
pounds, yes.
You don't want any cloth between your hands and the bar when you make the attempt.
It's actually illegal, too. The judges don't
Yeah.
allow it.
No, I think it's a safety thing.
Very long pause, but he executed it perfectly.
At control.
Went up 2.5 kilos. That should be a good lift, and it is. 3 white lights for Matthew.
120.
Matthew McGoldrick attempting 120 kilos.
He is doing 264.
I'd say that's a pretty modest second attempt.
Yeah, it's a very small jump.
Wait, Daddy, he already went?
Yeah, the green means he successfully made his first attempt. Blue means he is currently attempting
He's
120
doing
kilos.
264. Wait, where do you see it, Dad? Oh, I see. I see now. So, Dad, how many
Hang
people?
on, Lou. Not that he could hear us talking, but
So, Dad,
a
how
good
many
lift.
people are lifting?
it's a good question, Tony. How many lifters are there in the meet today?
We would have to check the lifting cast for that information, but it's quite a bit of lifters. If
Yeah,
there's
I'd
three
say
flights of
we've got
lifters in the-
45 lifters at least this afternoon.
Yeah.
3 flights. Each flight's got about 15 guys.
Wait, is this the third flight?
This is the first flight.
Yeah, this is still just the first flight. We just started this.
Oh,
And the way it'll go is the entire first flight will complete their 3 attempts before the next flight makes its first attempt.
Yes. We're seeing another small jump here, 2.5 kilos.
Making me rethink my strategy for tomorrow.
he's doing
That was
276.
Very good.
Strength
Stanley
right there.
Zapata successfully
Brute strength.
benches 125 kilos. That's
Good
like
lift.
275. 3 white lights. Next up, Jeremy Deacon.
Wait, Dad, did the second flight already go?
No, we are still in the first flight here, Lou. Now we have Jeremy Deacon attempting 135 kilos. That might be the biggest one we've seen so far. Lou, how many pounds is that?
It is the biggest, 135. 297 pounds.
Very impressive.
You think
in
he's
the
gonna make it,
teen
Dad?
82.5 kilo category. I don't know. It's a lot of weight for an 82.5 kilo lifter.
Oh,
Looked like he was trying to jump the start command there. Clearly just wasn't strong enough for that
he
attempt.
missed
That would have
it.
been a DQ anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he was
Game in the
doing
system that way.
like
Up and down on the bar.
He was doing 5 more kilos than the last strongest.
Here's another biggest bench so far. Alex Avney coming in to attempt 137.5 kilos.
Okay.
Which is how much?
303 pounds.
303 pounds for Alex. He's taking his time
Wait,
here on the
that's a
setup.
lot. That's the most.
So far, they just get bigger and bigger here.
It's the most we've done, Dad.
Later in the attempts.
Well, I would do it big and smaller than smaller.
He's got a ton of range of motion.
Oh,
Yeah, long arms. Very good.
oh, he
Got to wait for that command at the end there as well.
That's 3 white lights for him.
And of course, everybody has a thumbs over grip here.
Yes.
The suicide
Yeah, you
grip
can't have a
is flatly
suicide.
illegal, and I can't say it's ever a good idea.
Definitely not a good idea. Spotted somebody in the gym once doing that. Didn't end
The
well.
bench is the only lift we do that can kill you. And
What?
you can avoid that with some very common sense practices.
Yes, always use a
Alright.
spotter when you're going heavy, or at least have the safeties all the way up.
Yeah. That's the nice thing
Okay.
about
You
the
have
home
access.
gym. I can bench in the squat rack. So.
Yes.
And I have needed that.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the competition equipment at home as well, and I always set the safeties up.
Yep.
Better safe than sorry, especially if you're alone, giving yourself self handoffs.
Absolutely. Stronger guys than us have died doing this. Just making a mistake they can
Definitely.
avoid.
Hey, Dad.
Joseph Foley. Hang on, Joseph Foley. A second attempt now at 105, having failed the first time. Looks like he's going to get it.
231 pounds.
Let's see. I'm not sure if his feet came up or his butt came up.
That's
Let's
a
see
good
if the lift
point.
is good.
All right.
So
White
the
lights
one
is
judge
good enough.
said it was up and down on the bar, but got 2 white lights. It's a good lift. Majority
When you
rules
say
here.
Up and down. That's not a consistent ascent.
Yes, yeah, and that's what the blue light means under the red.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Gregory Walter with a 5 kilo jump, 120 kilos.
125.
He's been very consistent so far,
275 pounds.
taking 5 kilo jumps here. Looks strong on his second.
Yeah.
275.
Has a very good arch. He's getting in position,
Yep,
taking
he's
his
doing pretty
time.
good on this one. I think
As you
he's
can
gonna make
see,
it.
He digs his traps in, gets his chest nice and high. Has a
And
very
he's
low
good.
touch.
He did it.
Yeah, you could just tell how heavy that sat on his chest.
Yes.
I think ideally it touches your chest, it touches your shirt, but not your chest.
And when you're getting a lift off too, you want to make sure that you're getting a solid lift off. That lift off looked like it was up and super out. Might not have been in the position that he wanted it to be in. That's why it's
Well, that
important.
is the
to
frustrating part
communicate.
of this. You are getting a lift from someone who has never spotted you before.
Yes, that's why it's important to communicate clearly how you want it.
Yeah. Take that time, guys.
Spotter.
Wait, don't
Get a
they
whole
all
minute.
do the same thing though?
No, everybody has their own different way they want to spot and want to lift.
Some people don't even use handoffs.
Yeah, I never do when I'm practicing, when I'm working out, but tomorrow for sure I will.
All right.
Wow,
Wait,
that
what
is
are
a super.
handoffs?
That was a super long pause.
Well, I think there's a reason.
What are handoffs?
Handoffs are when the spotter who's standing behind the bench press, where it helps you lift the bar out of the rack so that you can get into a position where your arms are perpendicular to the ground, straight up and down.
Why did he get three red lights?
He got 3 red lights because he did not successfully complete the attempt.
Ew.
And you need
What
2
do you have
white
to do
lights.
to-
2 white lights count.
What do you have to do to complete?
You would have to take the bar out of the rack, wait for the command to press, wait the command down, take the bar down, touch your chest, and wait for the command press. And the official will say press when the bar is motionless. And you have to go all the way up and then wait for the command to rack.
Stanley
doing
taking
279.
smaller jump from his second to his third.
Think he's gonna do it?
Yeah, I thought he did very well in his last
Yeah.
2 attempts.
Let's see.
It's a fight. It's a fight.
I think he's got it.
Be patient.
Come on.
Locked out.
Got this.
Got the command, I guess.
Let's see if they
got
call an
it.
up and down on the bar.
Oh.
Wow, they said up and down on the bar 2-1. It was
How
very
do you
close.
know they said that?
Some of those up and down attempts are the ones I'm proudest of. Those are the fights.
I know this is the fights, but it's so close, and you really gotta replay it to see.
How do you know if they said it because of an up and down attempt?
Well,
So-
we go by what we can see here, and sometimes it's easier than other times.
Yeah, and if it's an up and down, there's always a blue light involved with the red.
I am completely missing that blue light. You're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'll show
I'm a
you.
noob
So
at
the
this,
red
I
light, and
guess.
then there's a tiny blue light right
Okay.
underneath.
I should probably learn this
tell
stuff
if
before
it's-
tomorrow morning.
Just don't go up and down on the bar, Chris.
Yeah, basically. Put whatever lights they want. Just
Yep.
get it done.
We just want white lights tomorrow.
Exactly.
Only one.
142.5. Long pause.
Oh, I think he's
He's
got it.
fighting.
He sticks with
He's
it.
fighting.
No.
Nope.
Oh,
Lost steam
promising.
right in the middle of the lift.
good effort for Alex Abney.
Doing
142.5
about
kilos.
13. It's pretty
Trevor
good.
Cusick, one of our guests here today.
Huh?
we go. Second flight.
Second flight. Wait, we're on the second flight?
Second flight. 87.5 kilos for Trevor. Wow.
How do you
That's a super long pause.
how do you do a half on here?
I'm not sure what the call was there. It was tough to see from this angle. Let's see if we could get a different angle here on bench.
We're doing a replay. Try a replay.
Oh, no, we were playing around with the replays earlier. It was messing the stream up, so we're done with the replay button.
Is it because it made it like not live?
Yeah, I don't know why it was just jamming up the live stream
Well,
here.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so we're not going to touch that button. But we got Daryl here opening up with 90 kilos on the bar.
198 pounds.
Luca called it 198 pounds.
Says it right here.
Pretty easy attempt.
Let's go. Yeah.
Let's see if he got all the commands. He did. 3 white lights.
3 white. How much is this guy lifting?
Got 100 kilos on the bar for Joey. Joey is a men's raw 75 kilo lifter.
220 pounds.
He's doing a self handoff here.
Self-handoff, what's that?
Should be a good lift. See what the judges say on that one. Yup, 3 white lights.
Yeah, what's a self?
Well, he's not using a spotter to take the bar out of the rack, which I guess it's commendable, but I certainly wouldn't do it in a meet. I would take, like I said, I'll take every advantage I can get. I don't get any bonus points for
Yes.
unracking it myself.
Unless you're used to that, but you have to be very technical and not exert a ton of energy.
Yeah.
It's something you got to practice in training. You don't
Yeah,
just do it
especially
on
with
meet
these
day.
weights.
Yes.
I mean, you unrack yourself all the time at home, maybe when you're doing sets of 8.
Wait, you were doing that then?
Sure.
Is that why it's so loud in the gym every morning?
Yes, Lou, because I am clanging
Well,
and
the
banging at
gym's the garage,
5:30.
so. The gym's the garage also, so. How much is it?
That garage gym got me through the pain.
100 and
It's the
what?
same with me, the basement gym.
Yeah.
We see a lot of people having home gyms nowadays, you know, through the
He
pandemic.
just
I
did
shut down during the
264
pandemic,
pounds.
and people bought the stuff from
Wait,
their
wait,
gyms
wait
and
for it,
brought it
wait
to their
for it.
house.
Did he do it?
So yeah, that was the tragedy of the early pandemic.
Yes.
Neighborhood gyms had to close down.
Yep.
Everybody took that equipment.
Yeah, you were seeing a lot of places just completely sold out of equipment. There was a point in time where you couldn't get anything.
I
Well,
waited
there
online an
definitely
hour
is.
at a retro fitness going out of business, bought 2 45-pound plates for $2 a pound, and I was a happy man.
You did get way too many of those.
Now, if it ever happens again, you're locked and loaded.
120.
I am ready.
He's,
Survive the next apocalypse.
he's doing
Joseph Speransky successfully
264
benches 120 pounds. 120 kilos, rather. Lou, how many pounds is 120 kilos?
264 pounds.
Thank you. Gabriel Pilic, first attempt, 122.5. Another one of our junior lifters at 82.5 kilo.
Dad, how many pounds do you think he's doing?
I'm going to say he's doing about 250, Lou.
270.
Oh. All the more impressive.
20 more pounds. Dad.
Press.
And he did it. He did it.
Tony, did you get tired of the overhead look?
Yeah, I
Back
wanted
to
to
the
see.
spotter cam?
Yeah, I wanted to see a different angle.
Well, it's probably easier for us to see here the up and down.
That's really what I was looking for. We were getting a couple calls and I was confused, so I was like, you know what? Let's change up the angle so we could see from a different perspective.
Yeah, I like this angle more.
Switch back and forth, though.
I'm gonna switch back and forth.
125 kilos on the bar for Abraham.
125 kilos. I think we've had that already. I'm going to say that's 275 and change.
Yes, that is 275.
No wrist wraps for him.
No wrist wraps.
Coming down.
Very quick
up.
descent, but
Good
also
control.
quick up. So
Good control. If you can get it, as soon as it's
You got
motionless, you will get the command to press. So it behooves you to keep the bar in control.
He just did 275 pounds.
Yes, very impressed for Abraham Hallman. And Aladir Cardoso, his first attempt at 135 kilos.
What's he doing now, Dad?
135 kilos. Lou, what's that in pounds?
How much do you think it is?
That is 290, I'm going to say.
297.
Okay.
We've had that before.
for 75 kilo lifter.
Yeah, it's very impressive, these guys.
That's pretty good.
I love this angle because you see a hand command.
Yes.
You don't have to hear anything. I didn't know I had to chalk up that much for bench.
I usually don't. I
Yeah,
mean, if it's there, but you know, in the gym, I usually don't. Just deadlift.
Hey, Dad. Don't people also use baby powder?
Yeah,
Baby
for
powder you
deadlift.
use on your thighs, and that's to help ease the friction. But chalk you use really to increase the friction to give you a better grip.
Okay.
Although I have never used baby powder, and I will not be trying tomorrow. As advantageous it may be. I'm not messing with anything.
Don't want to change anything the day
No,
of the
you
meet.
do not.
However you're training
Your
is how
diet,
you want to
your
compete.
sleep, you want everything
Yes.
as normal as possible.
Yes.
Daddy, how much is he doing in kilos?
Jordan Roman is attempting 155 kilos.
First attempt for Jordan. Smooth on the way down.
This is
Maybe.
340
Might have been an up and down
Stick
on the bar.
there. What are they going to? Oh, they gave
Three
him
white
lights.
lights.
Good for him.
Yep.
How many pounds do you think that is?
155 kilos. I'm going to say that's about 320.
341.
What do I know?
And what weight class was that?
Oh, I think it was 82.5, I think, still.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty solid
Very
bench.
impressive.
82.5
Wow.
kilo lifter.
He failed his first attempt. And now, well, how much?
Coming
how-
back at 92.5 kilos.
So he went up just a little bit after missing his first attempt.
Confident
Got
man. Let's
red
see if
light
it
it.
pays off.
How many
87 and a
pounds
half.
do you
Let's see
think
if this
he's doing,
plays.
Dad?
I'm going to say that's
how this
about
plays out for him.
200.
203. This is a lot.
Pretty controlled on the way down. Got a long pause.
Nailed that. Made that look easy.
That
see.
looked really easy.
I think
What?
I think his butt is coming up. It's not up and down in the bar because there
Okay.
was no blue card.
Okay, well, an improvement over his first attempt, so that's
Yes.
good to see.
And I think the first attempt there was an issue with his butt coming
Hopefully
up.
he's
as
got
well.
a coach he can communicate about this with. Get some understanding.
At least he's in the game. Got the attempt.
Absolutely.
We got Daryl coming up.
Daryl, so now we're in the men's row.
7.5 kilo jump. Went from 90 to 97.5.
That's a bigger jump than some people were taking in a squat. which is
Yes.
surprising.
97 and a half. How many
75
pounds
kilo
do you
lifter,
think that is,
Daryl.
Dad?
203.
214.
Start to slow it down towards the chest.
Smooth on the way
Very
up.
smooth on the way up.
214, Dad.
214.
No issue with
Very
that.
good
The
for Daryl.
judges,
So-
3 white lights.
Yep.
He did very good on that attempt.
Okay, next up, Joey Alardi. After a successful first attempt at 100 kilos, he's now going to try just 102.5.
1, 2,
So he did a very good job on the squat. I'm going to assume he knows what he's doing, knows just what jump to take here.
How many pounds do you think he's doing, Dad?
That's 225.
225. He did that.
Well, I'm going to look like an amateur with my lack of arch on this.
Did he do
All right.
it?
That's a great arch from Joey. He's taking his time. These lifters get a whole minute.
That's not too long.
Oh, made it look easy.
Executed that
He
perfectly.
did make
I'm not
a
sure what he plans for the third attempt, but he had that well in hand. We got a red light on that. I
Yeah, it
couldn't
looks like
saw
his
that.
butt might have came up on the
We
one
can't-
side, but you got 2 to
I
1.
can't see that at all from this angle.
All right, we got 112.5 kilos on the bar for Leonardo. Took a 10-kilo jump. That's actually a pretty big jump for bench. 22 pounds. Oh, he's fighting with it. Just couldn't get it. And like I said, that was a pretty big attempt from his first to his second. Typically, we don't see those big attempts for bench press, especially with these lighter lifters. All right, Joseph here. 7.5 kilo jump, went from 120 to 127.5. Smooth on the way down. It's a pretty good call for a second attempt. Has a couple kilos left in the tank. See what he goes to on his third attempt. I'm back here in the warm-up room. I love seeing the tenacity from these lifters, just watching them warm up. All the work that they put in over 12 weeks, however long their prep was, all paying off one day of lifting. Got Gabriel here, 132.5 kilos, takes it out himself. Let's see what he does here. He's got a pretty narrow grip. It's about a medium grip. Very tricep dominant for him. Makes it look easy. He's definitely got some kilos left in him. That was 3 white lights. And we got Abraham up next at 132.5 kilos. And these are pretty common bench jumps, 5 to 7 kilos. Typically don't see people jumping up any more than that. 10 kilos, 15 kilos. Those are pretty big jumps, especially for these lighter lifters. Abraham looks locked in. He's digging, as you can see, he's digging his traps into the pad. It's important when you're getting that arch, maintaining that leg drive throughout the whole movement. Has a nice and high touch point on his chest. Very solid lift overall. Lift is good. He's all fired up. Definitely got some left in the tank for his third. Aldair's up next. Took a very small jump, 2.5 kilos, went from 135 to 137.5. This is 303 pounds. He's a 75 kilo lifter. Not sure what he weighed in at, but that weight class is 165 pounds and under. Touches pretty low on his chest. Let's see if he could drive here. Nope. Just not there in terms of strength. Did get his first attempt, though. Jordan Roman taking a 5 kilo, 11 pound jump, going from 155 to 160. This is 352 pounds for Jordan. This is a pretty big bench for an 82.5 kilo lifter. And he's a raw open lifter. He's all chalked up, ready to go. He's taking his time with this setup. He gets a whole minute. Brought it down quickly.
Looks like a clean lift at 160 kilos.
Excellent lift from him. He's definitely got a couple kilos left in the tank.
Probably does.
Back round, third attempt. Trevor Cusick here, attempting 97.5 kilos, another 5 kilo jump.
How many kilos is he attempting?
97.5. I'm going to say that's about 203, Lou.
214.
214. Thank you.
Very slow descension.
Good. He's
Yeah.
Long pause. No, just not quite there for strength.
He did pretty good.
I'd like to see him go a little bit
Yeah.
quicker on the way down. I think that he's exerting a lot of energy
Yeah, I think
by
it's like
going
with the
very
squat.
slow.
You're hesitant. You're not
Yes.
sure it's going to come up.
Yeah, it's more like a tempo.
How much is
Tempo
the
lift.
next kilogram?
Next, Daryl Seuss, his third attempt is 105 kilos.
How many pounds do you think that is?
Well, I'm going to say that's about 220.
All right. Wait, what was the kilos again?
Competing in the masks. That cannot
This
be
is-
easy.
231 pounds.
Wish him all the best
For
on this
Daryl.
lift.
What was your thing, Dad?
105, that's 231 pounds.
231 pounds.
Good.
Another lifter
Good.
who has a
Oh,
slow
he's got it.
descension.
He's got it.
Had
Very
a
good.
little sticking point in the middle, but I think
Yeah.
that's a
That
good
was
lift.
Really good.
Lift
Yes,
is good.
very good
Lift
for
is
Daryl.
good.
That was very good, and he didn't fail on one of his attempts.
No,
Went
no.
3 for 3 on the bench. He's going into the deadlifts with some momentum.
Okay, Joey Lardy coming in for his third attempt. This
How many
time
kilograms, Dad?
107.5. Good to see him take a 5 kilo jump after a very strong second attempt with 102.5.
How much do you think it is?
I'm going to say 220.
236.
The sad thing is you've already told me these weights before and I've forgotten already. In
Ha!
my old age.
See, that's why I keep asking you, because I want to
Yeah.
know if you forgot or not.
Thanks. Joey unracks it himself for his third attempt. Very impressive, very controlled. Knew what he was doing.
He did it.
Good job for Joey Lardy.
Good job.
3 for 3 for him.
Well, he did pretty good on that one.
Leonardo Pavaldi's third attempt, 112.5 kilos. This is a second attempt for Leonardo at 112.5, having failed on his second attempt at the same weight. Let's see if he can come back. And
I think he might be able to come back. How much
I'm hoping
kilos?
he got 112.5 kilos, a wider grip.
Digs his
He's learned
lats
from that
in
last
nicely.
experience.
How many pounds, Dad?
Nice soft touch.
Oh, he's got this. Come
Oh.
on, come on. Oh,
No, just
they
take it. It's just not quite there on strength.
Really, once he hit that pause, it was
Yeah.
going to be down
Dad,
and up no
how
matter
many
what.
pounds do you think it is?
I don't know. But we're now up to Joseph Skoronsky. His third attempt will be 132.5 kilos.
How much do you think?
I'm going to say that's like 280.
292.
A very
is a lot
impressive
of
bench
pounds.
for Joseph, a junior lifter in the 82.5 kilo weight class, which is, I think, 181 pounds.
I think he can do you think
292?
he can do it, Dad?
I think so. This is a prudent jump from his second attempt, which was 127.5.
All right.
He's got a more narrow grip, more tricep dominant for him. Look at that range of motion. Nice touch. Drive.
He's
He's
gonna
driving
get it.
through those triceps.
Very good.
It's definitely a good lift for
That
him.
was consistent.
2 to 1. Wow, one judge said that there was up and down on the bar, I think.
I'm sorry. What did they give him for lights?
It was 2 to 1. He got it.
Okay, good, good.
2 to 1. Let's check out this front angle. See, Gino's here. He's all fired up.
Tony, did you bring your cowboy hat?
I did not. I might have to bring it tomorrow. I think Gino's the only one who could rock that here.
I couldn't look as good as he does in it, that's for sure.
He's always got a different outfit. 137.5 kilos for Gabriel. Self handoff. He's very efficient with it. Fast on the way down. Had a little bit of a sticking point.
No, that's not going to happen.
No, not quite. Got stuck in the middle. Solid attempt, though. He had to go for it for his third.
Guys are taking chances. Well, in Gabriel's case, sorry.
You're going to take some chances.
Aldair is doing 137.5 for the second time, having failed on that as his second attempt.
He's retaking his second.
And that was only 2.5 kilos off his first attempt, so he really started very high for himself.
Yes, and then decided to take smaller jump. Let's see if he could get this. It's all chalked up. He's going to take his time here. He really has nothing to lose. He's in the meet.
Yep.
Just calling upon the spotter. Give him a handoff.
Think he's gonna do it.
He's got a great
Slowly
arch,
rooting
though.
for him.
Sunk it a little bit. Oh!
Nice. Consistent all the way
Let's
up.
see what the judges say. If he kept his butt down, it was
2-1.
2-1.
Good enough.
He got it. Way to bounce back there. Incredible lift.
Abram Hallman now going to tackle 137.5 kilos.
How much is he tackling?
137.5 kilos. What is that in pounds, Lou?
What do you think, Dad?
I don't know, Lou. You're the one with the Google device.
Guess
Come on.
it, Dad.
All right, forget it. He's about to go.
I think he's gonna do it.
This is 310 pounds for Abraham. See how he does here on his third. Super long pause. Slow on the way up.
Wow.
Had a couple
Strong
sticking
at the
points,
end.
but I don't think there was an up and down on the bar, at least from this angle.
Yep, 3 whites.
3 for
Very
3. He's
good.
excited.
Good job.
That's exactly how you want to finish off
All
third
right, some
attempt.
bigger weights here. Jordan Roman in the 82.5 kilo men's raw going to attempt 165 kilos. Lou, I'm going to say that's about 360.
364
Okay.
for Jordan Roman.
163.
Jordan Roman doing very well here after
82
very
and a half.
heartbreaking third attempt in the squat.
This is a solid bench press in the 82.5 division.
Yeah.
364 pounds. Let's see if he can pull this off. Here at the 2022 New York State Championships in Albany, New York. Solid arch, fast descent. Nope, not quite there in terms of strength, but he gets credit for his first and second. He's able to go on to deadlifts. He's still in the meet. All right, I believe this is the third flight here now. Our final flight of bench press, starting off, Francesco with 80 kilos on the bar.
Lou, I'm going to guess 80 kilos is 170 pounds. No, 80 kilos. 80 kilos is what? 176 pounds. I saw a massage table outside for one of our sponsors. See if I can get some relief between the bench and the deadlift.
Especially with all this sitting here.
Yeah, my old man back is not taking this well. Maybe this wasn't the best thing to do the day before a meet, but I'm glad I'm here with you, Tony.
Having a ton of fun. I'm super tired from this morning. I was commentating in the morning as well.
It is hard to be on call consistently.
I saw you.
It's like
in the
teaching.
morning.
You have to constantly be performing.
Yeah. Can't imagine how they do it all day. You get used to it, though. No wrist wraps from Francesco. Pretty slow and controlled on the way down.
Made it look easy.
Quick on the way up. It's got room for a second and third. 3 white lights. Got Taj up next, 95 kilos.
One of our teen competitors here, 95 kilos, which works out to 209 pounds.
Okay.
Strong first effort for an 82.5 kilo weightlifter. Good arch, feet planted. Kind of a narrow grip, I guess.
Yeah, definitely a medium grip. More tricep dominant for sure, but he makes it work. The temp looks super easy. Lift is good. 3 white lights. Derek Gelato up next, 110 kilos on the bar. This is 242.5 kilos. Or pounds, I'm sorry. 242.5 kilos would be a lot of weight.
That would be a lot.
Very wide grip here, I think.
He's trying to be as efficient as possible with that wide
Yeah,
grip.
it reduces your range of motion for sure.
For sure. Pretty controlled on the way down, fast on the way up.
Good.
Pretty ideal first attempt. That's 3 white lights from the judges. Got Jackson up next with 115 kilos on the bar.
253 pounds for Jackson Marzalek.
253.
One of our teen competitors again.
Sorry, do you know like how to check if you made podiums? I'm bench only for team.
You'd have to ask that table on the far side of the platform. Those guys are in charge.
You think you should go or not?
You probably go around that ass, just don't get in the way of a lifter, yeah. You go around backstage.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Selleck, good out of the rack.
Super wide grip for Jackson. Pretty good
Big
arch
pause
as well.
there.
That was quick. Let's see what the judges say
Had it
here.
well in hand.
Yep,
And
that's 3 white lights.
Very good. Jackson Marzalek.
A lot of room in the tank for him. Got Nathan Preston up next, 117.5 kilos.
This is about the time in the meet when you start to get tired and where your nutrition and hydration
Yes.
really matter. You're midway through bench. You know you've got deadlift to look forward to. How well have you taken care of yourself at this point?
Yeah, I mean, if you're trained in the right way, you should be adapted, ready to go. Like you said, nutrition, sleep has to be on point. Stress management as well, that's another thing. That was super easy for him.
That's why I recommend if you want as little stress as possible, bring your 9-year-old to the meet with you for the weekend. That'll take the stress off tremendously. Ronald McCauley, one of our guest lifters, starting out with a 120-pound bench press, 120 kilos rather, for 264 pounds.
Look at that range of motion, Chris.
Yeah, it's got long arms. One of the tallest competitors here. Oh, I know that look.
Nah, he went up and down and
You look to the side to watch your bad
yeah.
arm. Is my left arm going to go up like my right? I've done that.
That's tough because now he can't go down and wait.
No,
He's got his
gotta
back
face
up
that.
against
He's
the
gotta come
wall.
back up.
He's got to try and find a way to adjust and hit that in a second attempt. Always in a tough position when you miss that first attempt because then it's just like, oh.
But at least TJ knows to talk to the spotter about how he
Yes.
wants to be unracked.
I do like a full dialogue with them when I go out there. I'm like, I want it 1, 2, 3, up and out. I'll tell you good. It's like a 10-second
I've had enough guys
thing.
at LA Fitness try and spot me that I will talk to the spotter thoroughly.
You have to tell them, don't put your hands in the way. There's certain
And
certain
don't tell
ways.
me I got this.
Yes.
I'll know.
Yes. And that was, TJ definitely had that. It was easy without a doubt. 3
Although I
white
got to say, the
lights.
spotters here are probably a notch above that clown you found at the pec deck rack at LA Fitness to spot you. These guys aren't going to grab the bar and say, you got this. They'll say, all you.
All you, as it's falling back down in your face. Got Taj Wellington up. He's got his first attempt in at 157.5 kilos.
347 pounds for a first bench attempt. Very impressive.
So this is a state record right here, folks. I don't know if you could hear Gino in the background. Breaking a state record at the state championships meet on his first attempt. 82.5 kilo lifter.
One steady go. What?
3.
Wow. The bar was unsteady. The bar was uneven, but it was certainly steady enough. And 3 lights for Taj Wellington. Very good job. Congratulations. Tony, you want to challenge that state record there? You think
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a state record because I definitely have the state record.
347 is an impressive bench press. Whenever you do it, whoever does it, I'm impressed.
Got
Let's go to
Francesco
Sano
now.
one of our guests. 5 kilo jump, very good. Kind of par for the course. Didn't he go without wrist wraps the first time? He's wrapped up now.
Did he wrap up? It's interesting. His elbows look slightly bent. I don't know if I would have given him the start command.
Huh.
It's easy. You notice that his elbows were a little bent?
So you got to be locked.
Yes.
Before you get the down command, you got to
Yes.
lock.
Need to be completely locked at the start and the beginning. So you could get called for soft elbows. Usually at the start, though, they tell you to re-rack it. But if it's at the end of the movement, you simply just get a red light for it. Got 100 kilos in for Taj. 5 kilo jump from his first to his second. Taj is a very calm lifter. We see all types of personalities.
Yeah, that's what I strive for. I've got no war dance or any of that.
Yeah, I mean,
Focus on the job you got to do.
focus on your cues. Don't worry about expending too much energy before the lift. Just focus on execution. There's a ton of range of motion. Look pretty good. Very tricep dominant lifter. That's good. 3 white lights for him. Got Derek Gelato up next. Took a 7.5 kilo jump from his first to his second.
That's a big jump at these weights.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I mean, this is an 82.5 lifter, right?
Yeah.
7.5 kilos, pretty big jump. Usually anything more than this, that's a massive jump for this weight class.
Derek once again eschewing wrist wraps and a belt.
This guy wants to be able to bench at the drop of a dime. Wherever he is, he doesn't need his wrist wraps or his belt. Nice touch at the chest. Very easy.
Well, he's well on his way to doing it there. Handle that.
That's 3 white lights for him.
Jesse Marsalis up next, attempting 120 kilos.
He was good at 115. He's taking a 5-kilo jump, 11 pounds.
That is 264 pounds for the teenager in the 82.5 kilo category.
Very impressive setup, too. I mean, he goes with that very wide grip, similar to me, and a very impressive arch as well. He's trying to maximize his efficiency on the bench press with that arch and that wide grip. Pretty easy. He's got a couple kilos left.
Yeah.
I think that headband adds a couple kilos to the bar as well.
I'll have to look into that.
I know, yeah. I don't think that's scientifically proven yet, but... Okay, if you remember correctly, Ronald, he missed his first attempt at 120 kilos. He put in 120 kilos, the same weight, for his second attempt. Let's see if he could execute here. I believe this was a strength issue, right?
I think this
Wasn't-
was, I don't think he got it
He
at
opened
all.
up a little too heavy. Taking his time. He's got a whole minute. He
And
wants
that's
to
a minute,
make sure.
a minute to unrack it, yes?
Yes, I believe so. Yep. He wants to really make sure that he takes
After
his
that,
time.
take all the time you want with that bar over
Yeah.
your neck.
Looks stable at the start. He's just got so much range of motion. His elbows go. Oh wow!
I think he's got
He
this.
I think he regrouped. Oh,
Good for him.
No, he didn't. He missed the.
Missed the
He
re-rack?
missed the rack command. So now he has to hit that again for his third. It's crazy though, because I think if I remember, he missed that on strength, and he's just sitting, beating himself up on that bench right now. You could tell. He
But now
puts
the question is he
so
going to learn
much-
from that and move
He's
on
gotta
from it, or he's
have-
going to let that stay in his head?
Yeah.
In a sense,
He's
you have
so
to have a short
upset
memory
about
here.
that. I mean, these are things that you have to go over with your coach, though. You know, you need to, before you go out there. I tell all my athletes, start, press, rack, the 3 commands on the bench.
That's why it's such an asset if you can have your coach with you at the meet.
Yes.
It's a luxury not everyone can afford.
Is your coach going to be here tomorrow, Chris?
Luca is going to be my coach for tomorrow.
Awesome.
My coach, John Patrizzo, on Long Island is not going to be here, but I have
he'll
been
be
in
on the
touch
live
with him.
stream.
He's been a wonderful help. Really, I don't know how people do it without a coach.
Yeah.
Even if you know how to program, having the perspective to program yourself is darn difficult. It's beyond
Yes.
me.
Well, people get to know their bodies and what works. I understand being coached by yourself, but meet day, I think it's very important to have a handler. You know, you
I love
definitely
it.
have
Yeah,
to have.
I think it's a tremendous
Can't
advantage.
go alone. Yeah.
It can be such a solitary feeling going up there.
Yes. Got a 10-kilo jump from his first to second for TJ. That's a pretty big jump on the bench press.
Yeah, from 120 to 130, certainly.
Feels confident with it. Looks confident.
Did well the first attempt.
Let's see what TJ does here. Pretty smooth on his chest. I mean,
Made
that looked
look
easy.
easy.
For sure. 3 white
I'll
lights
be
for
very
him.
interested to see what he does for a second attempt. Taj Wellington up now. His second attempt will be at 160 kilos, also known as 352 pounds and change. Taj going up just 2.5 kilos after a very impressive opener of 157.5.
This is a small jump for Taj. In the 82-kilo weight class. He's a junior lifter. Really taking his time here. Gets into position. Gets a start command. Soft touch.
No.
Not quite there for strength.
Some very ambitious attempts from the junior today.
Oh, that was his second attempt or
That
third?
was his second.
Okay, so we're moving into thirds now. Starting back up top with Francesco. He went up 5 kilos, stayed consistent from his first to second to his third with those 5 kilo jumps. 90 kilos in the bar for him. See if he can execute. Walks out confidently. Gets the start
That's a
command.
long wait for the start command.
I'm telling you, I think that they're giving him a long wait because of his elbows, but I could be wrong. Looked a little shaky. That's why you look a lot more stable when your elbows are completely locked.
Something to bear in mind, you are signaling to the officials as much as you are doing the lift. You want to make sure they know
Yes.
that you're ready to go. You don't want any delay.
They're not going to give you that start command if they feel that you can't handle that weight, putting everybody at risk, including yourself, the spotters. So you really want to prove to the judges that you can handle the weight that's in your hands.
Taj Graywell coming up for his third attempt. Our teens in the 82.5 kilo category. He will be attempting 107.5.
Took a 7.5 kilo jump.
That's 236 and change. Let's see what the young man can do with this. That narrow grip again.
Yeah, it's more of like a mid grip. It's a very tricep dominant lifter though. I like how he takes his time. He's very calm. Super composed lifter. Not quite. A little
We
bit
had
of a
hopes,
sticking
but
point.
a big jump there for the
Yeah.
young man. 7.5 kilos. That's a lot, especially from 100 to 107.5. All right, Ronald McCauley.
Here it
Third
is.
try at 120.
He has the strength
kilos.
for it. He did it once. Can he do it under pressure? That's the real question here. He needs this to
Yeah.
stay in the meet. If he doesn't
This-
get this, he's disqualified.
Okay.
Let's see if he could get this. At 120 kilos. Needs to wait for these commands.
There's the down command.
Long pause.
Up. Come on, come on.
Not quite there.
Oh,
That's devastating to see,
Gotta be
especially because he got it on a second, just missed it
yeah.
barely because he missed
This
the
isn't
rack
the gym.
command.
This is a sport, and sports have rules, and we got to know them, and we got to abide by them. And
Yeah.
it's so difficult. All you're thinking about is getting that weight up, and you feel like you're done already,
Yes.
and you're not. And
That's
it's
going to eat
discipline
him
we
up.
all have to learn.
That's going to eat him up for sure. This isn't like basketball, Chris, where you could bounce back in a couple days. Your next game. For this, you don't just compete the next weekend. You have to wait.
No, and you've got
6
6
months.
months or a year to
Yeah.
learn what you're going to get from that. Learn what you can from it.
Yes. I bet you won't make those same mistakes, though. That's for sure. Derek
I hope he
Gelato
learns
here.
them.
Very
There's,
smooth.
putting
third
us all to
attempt.
shame with the wrapless 120 kilo bench for his third attempt.
He's
3
got
white lights.
bionic
Very
wrists.
impressive. You youngsters. Jason Marsalek coming in for his third attempt at 125 kilos. 275 pounds and change for the young man in our men's raw teen 82.5 kilo division. He's going to need every ounce of strength from that headband.
Telling you, I think the headband puts on a couple kilos. Jackson's an overall solid lifter. His bench press positioning is perfect.
Oh, no.
Wasn't quite there for strength on the third attempt. He'll get credit for his first two, though. Move on to
still in the
deadlift.
game. All right, Nathan Preston at 132.5. Or 292. In the men's open division, men's raw open.
Second flight.
He's going to get it.
Grinder on the way up.
He's going to get it. Get both hands, son.
Was there up and down on the bar? Now, you can come up uneven, but you can't have up and down on the bar.
Two red lights. You were right.
Yep, so you
and
see
there's
the blue.
There,
yep.
I see it, yes.
So,
up and down
on the bar for him. I knew it was going to be close. Okay, we got TJ up next.
TJ attempting, a young man attempting 137.5 kilos, 303 pounds for the teenager in the 82.5 kilo category.
This is impressive weight right here. Took a huge jump from his first to his second. Slightly smaller jump, but still a big jump from his second to his third. Let's see if he can execute here. He's grinding it out. Not quite there for strength. Get credit for his first and second, though.
Yeah, again, so impressed with the attempts by these teenagers coming to the meet. And they'll learn what they can do, what they, how they're feeling, what's the right attempt.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of time left. Learn and improve at this. Taj Wellington coming back at 160 kilos. Let's see if he can do it this time. I certainly wouldn't have much left in the tank after an opener of 157.5, but Taj did very well at that. Let's see if
you can tell he's locked in.
Yeah.
He's focusing on everything that needs to be done, taking his time. And his hands set. He has that wide grip. Now, he does have longer arms, so he's trying to use everything to his advantage here. Trying to decrease that range of motion as much as possible. All right, let's see how he does. Gets the handoff. Gets into position. Got the start command.
Nope.
Not quite there for strength.
I thought he was trying before he even got the start command.
Yeah. I mean, he went for it, you know.
Yeah.
It was a solid attempt. The goal is to get that at his next meet.
Yeah, you'll get it someday, if not today.
Exactly.
All right, we are now going to move to the deadlift.
So, yeah, so that was third flight. So we get a 10-minute break right here.
We will join you back in 10 minutes, folks, for the start of the last event of the day, the deadlift, with the first of 3 flights. Welcome back, everyone. We are about to begin the deadlift here at the 2022 New York State USPA Powerlifting Championships. I'm Chris Delacarpini. I'm here with Antonio Fazio and Luca Delacarpini. Luca, now you are unmuted. I don't know if I'm going to regret that decision, but welcome. Luca, will you be able to do the pounds to kilos conversions for those of us who...
Yeah, but you have to open it.
I have to, yes, we have to open the app. There's an app for that. Our first competitor will be William Tompkins of the Men's Raw Junior Division, 75 kilos. He will be attempting to deadlift 152.5 kilos. 152.5, Lou. What is that in pounds? He's doing all this in his head, ladies and gentlemen.
That is 336 pounds.
Very impressive, Lou. Thank you very much. There is only one command in the deadlift. It'll be after you have stood up with the bar, shoulders back, you will get the command down. Do not lower the bar before then. Before then, you are on your own. Pick the bar up. Again, this is 336 pounds.
Gino giving us the fist here.
It's hard to look menacing with the Seinfeld puffy shirt, but Gino gets it done. He
There
pulls
we
it
go.
off.
Look at the ring. That is the ring of death right there.
It is.
As if the deadlift already didn't remind you of your own mortality. Gino rubbing it in a little bit.
It is the best lift.
It's
Out of
the
the
best
three.
when you succeed at it.
Yes. It's a great way to finish. Staring at the crowd.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But it's hard to look good when you're deadlifting. It is such a struggle. Your face is ready to burst. You've already been through 2 lifts today, so you're exhausted.
Did they start yet, Chris, or is this first?
Nope, this is our
This is
very
the
first
one?
lifter, Gregory Walter, beginning the deadlift today.
Came back just in time.
I'm sorry, 192.5. That is 424 on the bar, folks. Gregory going for sumo deadlift, which is not cheating, whatever they may have told you on the internet.
Do you pull sumo, Chris?
I do not, so I'm afraid I'm going to look like an old fuddy-duddy out there tomorrow.
It's okay. I pull conventional as well. Used to pull sumo, but it's having hip issues, so I was forced to change. I will say there is a big difference.
Yeah, so I certainly wouldn't be playing with it or experimenting with it today.
No.
And really, all I'm doing this for is to get stronger, so I'll do the one that has a little bit more range of motion in it and take whatever I can get at the meets. Like we said, we've established my legs are short enough already. I shouldn't need sumo to get any advantage. I should get enough there as it is.
Speaking of sumo, we have Joseph Foley in his sumo stance.
200 kilos, 440 pounds.
Pretty easy.
Confident first lift.
That's easy. He has a lot left on the bar.
Of course, I will be doing mixed grip. I'm not foolish.
Yes,
Although
it's the most popular grip.
I do love to work the grip. I'm a big believer in hook grip. I will do it as much as I can. My light pulling was Romanian deadlifts this cycle, and that does wonders for your grip.
Yes.
Time under tension as you slowly lower it down to your shins worked great for my grip. My grip is not what fails. My legs now fail before my grip, which is good to see. Alex Abney attempting 205 kilos.
Easy.
Conventional. Good man, Alex.
Yeah.
That young man has been taught well. 3 lights for Alex. Very good. Matthew McGoldrick coming in. Going to attempt 210 kilos, which my stats department tells me is 462 pounds. Luca will not be with us. He's been unavoidably detained by some game on his iPad. We wish him well.
I'm actually here.
I thought you were muted. Take care of that.
No.
Matthew, another conventional deadlifter. Good
Very
man,
narrow
Matthew.
stance. His feet are nearly touching. Lift is good.
Yeah, I guess I'm more worried about my toes out, again, so I can get down in the position for the deadlift. Nobody's comfortable in the bottom of the deadlift.
Yeah. Everyone's going to have their foot stance in slightly different positions. It's all about what's comfortable for you.
Yep. Dylan Price attempting 240.
It's like a hunter just stalking his prey right now.
That's how I am up there, like a prize fighter in the corner.
Especially with deadlifts.
529 pounds, folks.
This is the end of the meet here.
Even at sumo, this is impressive. And he's in the teen division at 75 kilos.
529.
Makes it
Wow.
look easy. Good job, Dylan.
That's an impressive
3
lift
lights.
for a 75 kilo lifter.
Great start for the day. Stanley Zapata coming in to attempt 265. That's 584 kilos. Even in metric
Wow.
plates, this looks impressive.
This is a big deadlift for a 75 kilo
For
lifter.
a teenager.
A teenager. For an opener, too. You see a lot of guys finishing with this. Not even.
Yeah.
584. You can see he's got
Hook
long
grip,
arms.
no less.
Hook grip. He's got big
Oh,
hands.
young man, we are. Oh,
Wow.
my goodness. All rooting for you on that. Very
ripped and
impressive.
ripped
Stanley
it.
Zapata.
It's 3 white lights. He looked at that like it was nothing. Bunch of kilos left on the bar for
Quite
him.
a statement. Gregory Walter now coming in our men's junior 75 kilo. Going to attempt 205 kilos on the deadlift here.
We're moving right along here in these second attempts.
Yeah, these guys don't stare at the bar when they stand over as much as I do.
This was our first lifter. We're back at the top with Gregory Walter, 452 pounds on the bar. He's taking his time, lengthening his arms. Just making sure that he has a firm grip on that bar. Easy. Very solid attempt for Gregory. Curious to see what they put in for him. That was very solid. Got Joseph Foley up next, 207.5 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Made 200 kilos look easy. Let's see what he's got here.
He's another lifter who has very long arms. That's what you want when you're deadlifting. Want to have long arms.
Yeah. Have to move the bar as little off the ground as possible.
Yes. As powerlifters, as I said earlier, we're inherently lazy.
We're rational.
Trying to be efficient. We're smart. We work smarter rather
Joseph
than
makes
harder.
207.5 look very easy. Alex Avney coming in at 217.5. Also known as 479.
Alex taking his time here.
Our teen competitor. Conventional deadlift.
That looked pretty good as well. He's definitely got some kilos left in him.
Good start for the young man.
Let's see how he's going to finish. Got Matthew here, 10-kilo jump, 22 pounds. He's up at 220 kilos.
struggle.
grinded that
He's
out,
got that.
but it looks
Good
like
to
it was
see.
good.
Ooh.
All right, Lou, our next lifter will
is
be
good.
Dylan Price. His attempt will be 260 kilos, which is in pounds,
573 pounds.
573. Very impressive for the young man.
How old is he?
Well, he's in the teen division, so he's between 14 and 19. Wherever he is in there, this is a very impressive lift.
There he is again, stalking his prey.
Yeah, I'd need a little time to collect myself and hype up for this.
He's got those long arms. I mean, look, he's almost there at the bar already just by lengthening
Yeah.
him. Just has to squat down a little bit. He's got a fingertip grip. Ripped it
up.
right off
Very
the
easy.
floor.
Good job for Dylan Price.
These seem like very conservative attempts for him. I mean, his first attempt flew. His second attempt looked like it could have been his opener. Curious to see if they take a bigger jump on his third. I mean, why not? Third attempt deadlifts. You have nothing to lose.
The only thing I could think is it's been a long day for the young man. This could be his first meet for all I know. Maybe you just want to get some good. You
Very
want to
true.
get 9 successful lifts as best you can.
Might be trying to qualify for
And call it a
nationals as
day.
well.
It's a good point.
Some of these lifters are trying to do that.
That has never occurred to me. I can tell you that. Stanley Zapata going to attempt 275 kilos. Hey Lou, how many pounds is that?
Took a 10-kilo jump
606.
606 pounds.
for a teenager at 75 kilos.
Overhand
Wow.
grip, no less.
Wow.
Very impressive. I don't know if anybody pulled 600 pounds in the morning, but that's very impressive to see.
I'm willing to bet that he's going to go round. What's that next jump?
After 275,
He's got a couple
80.
kilos left.
280 would put him at 617.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet he's going to go 617.
Yeah.
$212.5 kilos for Joseph Foley. Gets in position.
Good.
It's a good way to end the
Down.
day. I mean, that looked very easy. Gino hyping him up there. There's no better way to end the day. I'm sure he PR'd there. Finished 3 for 3 on the deadlift.
Excellent effort for the young man. Next up, Gregory Walter in our men's junior, 75 kilos. He'll be attempting 215 or 473 and change. I call it 474.
Took a smaller jump. From his second to his third.
Oh,
Wow.
no problem there.
Very conservative third attempt for him.
Yeah, people are doing very well on this.
Seeing too many grinders here. I'd like to see some more grinders on these third attempt deadlifts. See a lot of people playing it safe now.
Well, a lot of people failed on bench press attempts, one or more. So I can understand. It's a long day. I think it's easy to underperform on deadlift. If you
Yes.
haven't hydrated and got enough carbs in you, you're not feeling it. These guys have been doing this for 4 hours.
It's emotionally draining as well as physically.
Yep. Alex Adler here attempting 227.5. We all know what that is in English pounds.
There we go.
Nice
That
job.
should
for
be
the
a
young
good
man.
lift for him. 3 white lights. For the deadlift, there's no start command. You just get a down command at the top. You want to see that you can handle that weight at lockout.
And take it from me, do not drop the barbell.
Don't drop
The
that.
facility does not appreciate that. And actually, you can hurt yourself. I find the most dangerous part of the deadlift is when I relax too much when I lower the bar.
Yeah.
You got to protect yourself at all stages.
It's no joke. I mean, they're lifting tons of weight. Can't
Get
fool
it away.
around.
If you get it away from your shins, you create a moment arm there. Your low back will not
Yep.
let you forget
It's not going to
it.
like you.
Matthew McGold attempting 230 kilos. Conventional.
There we go. We see a
Oh.
fight, but
Well,
just
you got your
didn't
grind
have the
there,
grip
Tony.
strength. Yep. It was a grinder.
Good effort for Matthew.
It's a great effort. You have nothing to lose on these third attempt deadlifts. I mean, besides your back, that is.
Dylan Price will now attempt 280 kilos.
Wow.
I have to contact NASA to see how much that is. That is 617. Very impressive.
This is getting
These
all
are
hyped up.
teenagers, folks.
Just get him focused as he attempts the bar here. I think he's good for this. Looked very good on his first 2 attempts.
These guys are obviously coached well, so I'm assuming they know what they're doing.
That fingertip grip. That fingertip
Very
grip,
good.
I use that grip as well. It's a very efficient grip.
Yeah, the bar's going to end up at the bottom of your end of your fingertips anyway.
Great point.
Why,
and in the
why
process,
shred up your palms
exactly, you're going to
beforehand?
shred your palms up. I mean, he was holding it. He probably has longer fingers too. He's holding it deep into his fingers. Stanley here, 285 kilos on the bar. That's Gino right
628.
there. He's getting all fired up for this.
Gino knows his metric weights. He knows.
Gino knows he loves a big deadlift. Don't we all, though? This is 628 pounds. So he went up about 10 pounds heavier than I thought he was. About 5 kilos heavier. Let's see if he can execute here. I think 617 would have definitely been playing it
I
safe,
am
but
in
I think he
awe
has this.
Of the hook grip that he's doing.
He's got this.
Oh!
Stuck at the lockout.
That's not going to get better.
No. I told you, though, if you went
Yeah, it was
617,
ambitious.
it was ambitious, but it was going to be close. I
Still.
knew 617 would have been a sure thing.
I think that's the biggest pull of the day. That's going to be the biggest one
Definitely,
of the whole
definitely.
day.
Regardless, that was impressive.
Yeah,
Anything over
he's
600
in high
pounds.
school.
Yeah.
Or he's a teen.
Yeah. I mean, that's an elite deadlift. He
Mistakes
works
I made
on
as a
that.
teenager were not nearly that impressive.
Yeah, I'd say if your biggest mistake as a teenager is missing the 600,
Yeah.
27-pound deadlift, that's pretty good. Now we're getting into, this is the second flight, right?
Yes, we are. This will be the second
Joey.
flight. Our first lifter, Joey Alardi, going to attempt 155 kilos, 341 pounds.
We love to see the energy back here in the warm-up room.
A lot of support from the
Wow.
competitors.
Did you see that, Chris?
Joey
I
makes
missed
it look
that.
easy. I blinked and I missed
blinked
the
and
lift.
missed it as well.
Joey Alardi picked a good confident
Wow.
start there on the long road to your
I
third
don't know.
attempt. Daryl Sue coming in at 162.5, 358 pounds. See, this is the problem with metric plates. That looks like 225 on the bar. It doesn't look like. So deceptive. Dow with a fabulous pair of deadlifting socks. Confident man.
It's deceptive until you go and try and lift it yourself. Then you're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Got
was
that
pretty easy. That was
conventional
just solid.
deadlift. Good man, Daryl. Makes it look easy. Very nice.
Excellent job for Daryl. Got Leonardo up next. 182.5 kilos.
402 pounds here for Leonardo. pit crew doing a great job here. Deadlift's got to be the toughest for them when they have to crank out the deadlift jack and get down there to load the plates.
It's a lot of
been
work.
A long day for them too. Absolutely.
I'm tired sitting here just commentating. Can't imagine how tired I'd be out there.
Leonardo keeping it real with the conventional
Nice.
deadlift. Good, man.
Oh, solid. Solid
Confident
first
start.
attempt. Joseph up next at 185 kilos. He's an 82.5 lifter. Bar is loaded for him. See how his first attempt moves. Sumo stance.
I'm not seeing a lot of people in the shoes they squatted in here. A lot of people have adopted the deadlifting shoe.
Yeah, it depends.
Just makes it a little easier. I just lift in this. I lift in them. I'm just doing it for training. I guess if I wanted to add a little advantage, I would get deadlift slippers or my Chuck Taylors. But I train in them all the time anyway.
I like the slippers. I use the slippers because it's going to bring you closer to the ground.
Yeah,
You know,
I
it's
understand the logic behind it. But again, it's a little late for me now.
Next, when you break everything down, right?
Yeah.
Got Trevor here.
Trey
Wow,
Cusick,
that looked very easy.
5 kilos. Made that look very easy. Another good start.
Excellent start for him. 3 white lights.
Abraham Coleman coming in also doing 187.5 for starter. Repping A7 with the singlet, looking fabulous.
Another one of our sponsors, A7.
Excellent lift. Should be no problem. 3 white lights, very good.
Starts from lightest to heaviest on the deadlift, so we're going to start seeing some real heavy pulls towards the end of this flight.
Yep. Here we're already at the 500-pound threshold for Alder Cardoso.
75-kilo lifter. Oh, this is 500, 1 pounds.
Uh-oh.
A little rocky at the lockout.
Yeah.
Was fast off the
Yeah, I
floor.
think he recovered.
Yeah, yep, 3 white lights. Yeah, he's got to take his time. Don't fight that lockout. You want to move
Coach there
with
is
the
telling
weight.
him as we watch.
Yep, you want to move with the weight, not against it. You don't want to fight that weight. There you go, Gabriel up with 240 kilos on the bar. This is 529 pounds. Very solid opener.
I think he had enough baby powder.
Definitely had enough baby powder. No sticking point for him there.
I'm not worried about a sticking point in the death. I'm worried about keeping the darn bar against my leg to begin with.
You want that bar as close as possible. You don't want that bar out in front of you.
Absolutely not.
Put so much pressure on your back.
All right, Jordan Roman starting out at 240. 529 pounds and change. He's had a very ambitious day here. Done some great lifts, missed some others. See what he can put together for the deadlift. Conventional lift, shoulders back.
Such a solid
Gets
first
the
attempt at
command.
240 kilos.
Should be legit.
A little delay on the lights, 2-1.
What do you think that was? Think that was a little up and down?
I didn't see up. Did you see up and down on the bar?
I can't imagine what else it was. He got the command, so he gathered himself at the top of the lift. I think it has to be he rested the bar on the legs. You know,
Might have had a slight hitch.
we do have an instant replay here. If only we knew.
Yeah, we tried it in the morning and it like delayed the whole thing. So, or else I would have used it by now.
We're just gonna have to trust the officials on this one, folks.
See if he can come back.
All right,
and get a
Joey
second
Alardi coming
attempt.
back after a very impressive 155 kilo start. His second attempt goes up 15 kilos to $170. It's 374 kilos and change. Makes that look easy, too.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to put some weight on the bar.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's living up to his potential here. Certainly, he knows himself best, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
But we certainly want to see more from him. He's done well so far. I'll be interested if he does 2 15-kilo jumps in the deadlift. I don't see that very often.
I mean, you almost have to when the first attempt's so easy like that.
Yeah, and he may need to feel himself out. May not know how he's feeling. This is why you have a range of attempts. Darryl Sue attempting 177.5 kilos. Conventional deadlift. Sets himself, goes right up. It's 386 pounds and change. Leonardo Pavaldi to the platform, attempting 185 kilos, also known as 407 pounds. Conventional with a mixed grip, right up.
Excellent.
Very confident, gets the command, should be no problems.
Yep,
3 white lights.
200 kilos on the bar for Trevor. It's 440 pounds. We need some recliners back here, don't we, Chris?
It's hard for me to complain when I'm watching people deadlift 600 pounds, but I'm going to need the cryotherapy. I got to find. Is iCryo out in the vendor's room? I got to go see
iCryo
that.
is in the vendor's room. They're another one of our sponsors.
I'm going to need that. I'm going to need the massage people, and I definitely need something from Anabolic Baker. That guy can't get here soon enough. I've earned my treat. Trevor Cusick attempting 200 kilos on the deadlift.
Double over.
Yes, hook grip. Impressive young man.
That's a good lift for him. Abraham up now at 441 pounds, 200 kilos on the bar. That's nicely done for a second attempt. Got a couple kilos left in him.
Oh, where is our beltless lifter? I want to see if he's got the courage of his convictions on the deadlift.
It's the ultimate test of strength. Can
That's
you
what I'm
do the deadlift beltless?
I'm not sure it's a test of strength. It may be a test of your judgment. I don't know how you do that.
It's definitely a test of the core strength and lower back, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, maybe it's an age
Here.
test, too. I'm at an age where I got to ride the bike with a belt on. Joe Skoronsky makes 200
Easy.
kilos look easy in his
Easy.
second attempt. A 15-pound jump, no less for the young man.
We got 235 kilos on the bar for Aldair.
Aldo Grosso attempting 235 kilos or 518 pounds. Takes a mixed grip, sumo stance. Oh,
See what the judges
bit
say.
of a sticking point, but he
Nope,
made it
it's
through
good.
with flying colors.
3 white lights.
Good job. Jordan Roman now going to take his second attempt at 240 kilos after an unsuccessful first try. This is 529 pounds and change. Jordan's had a long day. He was attempting some of the biggest squats of the day.
Missed his first attempt. He's staying at the same weight for a second. Let's see if he could collect here and keep himself in this meet.
Conventional deadlift, so I am rooting for him.
Pressure's on. See if he can get this.
Oh, makes it look easy.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know if he got out. He was doing great going up.
He's in the meat. 2-1.
Hopefully he learns from that.
So what happened was he dropped the weight as he was given the down command, but I think the side judges couldn't see that because the weights were in the way. So he got lucky there.
I thought he was very quick to lower that weight.
Yeah, well, you could see it slipped out of his hands.
Sure.
Definitely a grip issue, but he's in the meat. You do not want to get disqualified.
252.5.
12.5 kilo
556 pounds and change.
He's an 82.5 kilo lifter. Pretty solid second. See what the judges say.
Yeah, were his shoulders back? Yep. They were.
$182.5 kilos on the bar for Joey.
Joey's had two very strong lifts. He goes up 12.5 kilos for this one. Not as big as his last jump. I think we both believe he's got this in the bag.
Yeah, I think he's got way more in the tank as well. You're going to
Made
see
his
this is
choices,
going to
but
move
we
easy.
certainly wish him well on this attempt.
Yeah.
Not even a question.
I mean, that was super easy. He had a couple kilos left in the tank. That was a smart
Well,
call,
he should
though.
feel good coming out of this meet.
Definitely.
Hit all his attempts.
3 very easy deadlift attempts.
Did what
Coach
he wanted
is happy.
to do.
That's a solid day for him. All right, as we're coming down to the wire, we're going to start seeing some serious weight on the bar. These are third attempt deadlifts. These athletes are going to be going all out.
Daryl Sue going up 15 kilos here with 192.5.
See how he does with this. He's good on his first 2. He's about to be good on his third. Locks it out. That was a solid lift. There should be no question about
these
that.
Guys brace their backs and ascend.
It's good.
When I get down there, it seems it takes me an eternity to be confident that I've set my back well enough.
You want to make sure that you're tight prior to starting the lift. You don't want
From
anything.
your shoulders down to your butt.
Yep.
Got to be locked.
Leonardo up right now, 200 kilos on the bar. It's good for his first 2. Took a 15 kilo
very short
jump.
jump in his first and second, but he's found himself on this third one. He's going to go 15 kilos up to this third lift.
Just sending it for his third lift a little bit. You could hear the crowd in the other room.
Oh. Bridge too far for Leonardo Pavaldi. I got to question that choice selection. 2.5 pound jump to your second.
I think it was the end of the day. He might have been feeling pretty good after a second, but just not there on strength for the day. Props to him for going for it, though.
I can't believe that was his plan going in. That I'm going to jump 2.5 kilos to my second, and then I'm going to go.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
a
moon
very,
on the
very
third.
big jump.
Abraham Holloman with a sensible 7.5 kilo jump to 207.5, his third attempt.
He's looking to go 3 for 3 on the deadlift. And that's easy.
Looks easier than it feels, I know.
Yup.
Good
That's a good
job.
lift. He's all excited. As he
Good
should
day
be.
for
Just
young
finished
man.
3 for 3 on deadlifts. A lot of these athletes are finishing strong. Got Trevor up right now, 212.5 kilos on the bar. 12.5 kilo jump from his second to his third. Trevor getting loose. See if he can execute this. He's in a hook grip. Conventional stance. Head and chest are up. That's perfectly
Very
executed.
good.
You see his coach is all fired up in the background. That's 3 white lights.
Get you a coach who looks at you like Trevor's coach looks at him.
That's right. You want that energy in the back. You want your coaches to be fired up.
Because you're too tired. Nobody jumps and fist pumps after a PR on the deadlift. You're just lucky you can walk away from the stage.
Wow. Look at this jump.
Joe Scarron.
This is a 20-kilo jump.
20-kilo jump. Are you sure, big fella?
This is 485 pounds on the bar.
Oh, makes it look easy.
Wow.
Where you been hiding that? Good job, Joe Skoronsky. Makes a 20-kilo jump.
That was a 44-pound jump. Incredible. You don't really see that too often.
Again, that's a guy who shortchanged himself on his second attempt and decided, I'm back on plan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chris, we don't know how many of these lifters are first-time lifters, so
Absolutely.
could be going very conservative for their first just to get on the board and then maybe taking bigger jumps on the
Yeah.
second and the third.
Smart strategy.
Yeah. You
There's
want to
Luca,
stay in the
everybody.
meat.
Did everybody see Luca running across the stage there? He's still in the building. That's good to see. Aldir Carosa, his last attempt, 242.5 kilos. This is about what I'm going to attempt tomorrow. So I'm with you, brother.
Sumo stance, though. Chris will be
Oh,
attempting
come
this
on.
conventional. This is
Lock
a good
it
lift
out.
for Aldir, no question about it.
Okay.
3 for 3 white lights, 3 for 3 on the
Very
deadlift.
impressive.
No better way to finish. I'm sure he PR'd on that attempt.
Jordan Roman now, after failing at 240 on his first lift, coming back and successfully lifting 240, he's now going to go 10 kilos up and try the magic number 250 kilos, 550 pounds and change.
He's an 82.5 kilo lifter. I mean, why not? I'm pretty sure he was the one who missed on
Missed on
grip,
that heavy
right?
Squat. And I think he may have missed
Yeah,
the bench too. Man without fear.
He's going for it. It's third attempt deadlifts. Why not? We're at the New York State Championships here. There's no better time to do this. He's getting tight. Solid.
I don't know that he locked out.
No, he didn't lock out. You saw you could
Yeah,
see
you
that
see it
side. It was
dipping.
dipping, yeah. But that's a grip issue. You just need to address that in training. I had that same issue, Chris. For a while, I couldn't pull over 600 pounds, and I didn't know
poor thing.
why. It was grip. I was dropping the weight just like that. It would slip out of my hands, and I couldn't. I thought I was just weak, but it was an issue. So it's important that these athletes, they go back, they take a look at this, take a look at the footage,
Yeah.
and see what went wrong. And it was clearly a grip issue. So
don't
you
look
got to
at it
address these
today.
things. No.
Take care of yourself today. Give
Rest
this
up.
time to process. Come back. Take a deload week after your meet week.
We got Gabriel here, 257.5 kilos. Oh. Couldn't
No.
quite lock it out. Got stuck.
I don't do
3/4
sumo.
the
It
way
looked like
up.
he locked out his legs too early.
Yeah, that's common with sumo. You lock out your legs and then you're found.
Now it's all upper body.
Yep. Now it's all upper back at that point.
All right, we are into, I think this is our last flight of the day.
I believe so. It's been a very long day. I'm excited to finish off these deadlifts. Should be seeing some big pulls.
Kylan Nino, a newcomer to the meet today. He's doing deadlift only, starting in at 142.5 kilos. That's 314 pounds in the lift. Tyler, getting himself aligned with the barbell. It's almost a sumo grip, not a sumo stance, kind of a hybrid. And he pulls it. I didn't see the command. Did he? 3 white lights for Tylen Nino, 142.5. Well done. Next up, Francesco Asano, attempting 155 kilos or 341 pounds.
All lifters in the back room. All lifters in the back room. If you lifted in the last flight, please make sure you re-rack all of your weights. Re-rack all of your weights. Be courteous to the lifters tomorrow morning. Leave the venue the way you were finding it when you got here. And make sure you pick up all of your Sour Patch Kids and your pickle jars and your Pop-Tarts, your toaster.
Francesco makes it look easy at 155 kilos and 3 white lights. Next up, Taj Graywald back, attempting 180 kilos with 396 and change. One of our teen competitors here, the 82.5 kilo division. See what the young man has in store. Taking a conventional stance. I'm proud of you, son. Overhand grip, no less. And it goes right up. Very nice job for Taj Graywell at 180 kilos. All right, Jackson Marsalik attempting 197.5 kilos for a starter, taking a sumo stance.
Got Jackson with his opener. Oh, that was easy.
A good choice.
Just walked past him in the warm-up room. He looked locked in. No doubt about it on that first attempt.
The headband's still going strong.
Yeah, I'm telling you, adds a couple kilos.
Everything adds a couple of kilos to me, I find. Breakfast, dinner. All right, Derek Gelato coming in there at 205 kilos.
There it is.
The beltless wonder.
You were looking for it. Makes it look easy.
I'm green with envy. The man can deadlift unaided.
Walks off like it's nothing.
All right, Nathan Preston.
212 and a half.
12 and a half. Luke, you think you could do this?
Nope.
Give him a couple years.
Come down to the garage. Your old man will show you how it's done.
Your goal should always be to lift more than your old man. That was my goal.
He's waiting for the day he could beat me up.
Well, you don't want to beat him up. You just want to lift more than him.
Yeah, just
so he knows that you could beat him up.
Exactly, yes. All right, Taj Wellington, one of our junior competitors, going to start out at 250.
How many kilos, Daddy?
Well, that's
250
550 pounds.
550 pounds.
Yep, 551 and change to be exact. Every pound counts at that weight.
It does.
Taj taking a sumo grip. A sumo stance overhand grip, excuse me.
You're a fan of this overhand grip, aren't you, Chris?
I'm impressed with it. I'm a believer in it, and I think you use it as much as you can, develop the grip strength, avoid the asymmetries. I don't start using mixed grip until I'm doing the heavy triples in the weeks before meet prep. That's when I use it. And I do need to do
you
it.
pull
You got to
mixed
get
grip?
used to it.
You pull mixed grip?
Dad, how many
I'll pull
kilograms?
mixed grip tomorrow, yeah.
Gotcha.
But whenever I can in workouts,
Yes.
I will hook grip as long as I can. That's why I swear by the RDLs for my light day.
Do you feel stronger with the hook grip?
Dad, how many kilograms is this?
260 kilos. Do I feel stronger? I don't know. I'm always lifting the heaviest weight with the mixed grip, so it's hard to say. I'm prouder of myself when I can get 5 reps.
He
I
is
don't even think his
lifting
hands were on the knurling.
573
Oh my
pounds.
goodness!
573
he grabbed the bare
pounds.
part of the bar.
That's a raw guest lifter. What weight class? Are these all 82?
They don't come in. The guests are not given weight
I think
classes.
so.
I believe that was 82.5 kilos. He wasn't even on the knurling. That's impressive. I don't think that I could even
impressive.
lift 400 pounds without being on the knurling.
I'm certainly not going to try. Like I said, I
That-
take
it'll
every
slip
advantage
right
I'm
on your
given.
hands.
Although I keep talking about taking the advantages, I should pull sumo. If I really wanted to do it, I'd take whatever
you're a
advantage.
taller guy. I think you're good with conventional.
He
I'm
is
certainly-
lifting 584 pounds.
584 pounds. He makes it
Here
look
we are,
like there's
another teenager
135 on the
putting us
bar.
old folks to shame. Good job, TJ.
Excellent work
Oh.
from TJ. It was 2-1.
Got a red light? What do you think that was for? Resting?
know.
Go up,
Looked solid at
resting all the way up,
lockout.
possibly.
I thought it was fun.
Might have been a mistake as well.
Well, fortunately, it's a mistake that doesn't penalize the young man for a great attempt. Tylen Nino, one of our deadlift-only competitors today, had a successful lift at 142.5. I got the impression he's a bit new to this. He stood off-center on the bar and had to move after he reached down. I think he's clearly learned from that. He's aligning himself better for this one.
140.
Is he a teen lifter?
No, not a teen lifter. Men's raw master.
He's lifting 473 pounds.
Wow,
Yes,
he muscled
is.
that. Did he get the down command? Went down real slow, too.
Yep.
I can't tell if he got the down.
Lift is
Got
good,
one
2
red
to
light.
1.
I'm going to guess that's. I really don't know.
That was
what.
his second attempt, right?
Yes, second attempt. So he's
He's plugging along. He's got one more attempt to go. Right now, we got Francesco up for his second attempt. He
many
took a 10
killies?
kilo jump.
kilogram, 165 kilogram attempt for Francesco.
363 pounds.
He's placing the bar where he wants it. He's got a wider grip here.
Yeah, he does have a wide
Which I would avoid. It gives you a longer path to travel.
Definitely. But I mean, if you're training that way and you're comfortable,
That's
you
true.
gotta stick with it on meet
That's
day.
true. A successful lift for Francesco. Taj Graywall back. Now he's going to attempt 192.5, 12.5 kilo jump. That's close to 30-pound jump. Very impressive, ambitious, I would say, as a rule. But again, we each come in with our plan. Even if this is youthful exuberance, the young man's shown a lot of strength at his first lift.
Yeah.
Certainly think this is within his abilities.
Hook grip for him. Head and chest are up, and you like to see that when the lifter has his head and chest up.
Absolutely. It's a matter of survival.
You don't want to be leaning over too much. Slight roundedness in the upper back is okay. You do not want to round that lower back too much.
Absolutely not.
Want to hinge at the hips and use your leverages as much as possible. Got Jackson up next, 210 kilos on the bar. He was good on his first attempt, 197.5. See how he does here.
Return of the headband.
What headband?
What headband?
Yeah, what
He might be the
headband?
only competitor today rocking the headband. And it's done him well so far, and it does him well right now in his second attempt.
Plenty
Quick
of
and
kilos.
easy,
Yep.
210.
Plenty
Blue
left
white
on the
lights,
bar.
Jackson Marzalek.
I think he's got 10 kilos left.
Next up, Derek Gelato coming in at an attempt at 217.5 kilos. Gelato, the beltless wonder, calling on all his innate abilities.
Easy attempt for Derek.
Who needs a belt?
We really admire the fact that he's going beltless here. It takes a lot of courage.
I envy it. I'm just livid with envy at him. This son of a gun can come in here
Our
without a
next
belt.
guy is lifting.
I feel like I should have my belt on now.
It's almost disrespectful, isn't it, Chris?
You got to respect your elders, please. You're making me look bad.
Dad,
Yes. Yes, Lou.
the next guy is lifting 225.
That's right. Nathan
kilograms,
Preston attempting
which
225
is
kilos.
496 pounds.
Very close to that magic 500 of 227.5 kilos.
And I think he's going to...
What was... Oh.
He had a slight... I think he had a
grip
slight
failure on
hitch,
one
and then, might have been a grip issue.
Tragic. He certainly looks strong enough. Don't know what went on there. All right, Taj Wellington back up. The second attempt will be 260 kilos. Lou, how many pounds is that?
How many kilos?
260 kilos for Taj Wellington on his second attempt.
573 pounds.
573 for the junior competitor in the 82.5 kilo weight class.
He was good for his first at 250. Is this the guy who had a narrow grip? But nope, it wasn't. But he does have that hook grip that you love.
I respect it.
Taking his time on the setup. That's a good lift.
Strong form. Very good.
That's
Three
three white
no
lights for
surprise
him.
there.
Got Ronald up next. Only took a 5 kilo jump here. 11 pounds. He's at 265 kilos.
584 and change, ladies and gentlemen.
And we don't have a weight class for Ronald. He's a guest lifter, correct?
That's what I have him as, men's raw guest. But at any weight, this is impressive.
I think that he's 82 and a half kilos. He's placing the bar where he wants it. He's all fired up. I'm sure the crowd's fired up too. Let's see if he can get this.
Grabbing the
Yeah,
bear.
he's got it.
Oh, my goodness.
I've never seen that before in a competition, Chris. To have the grip strength to hold it there.
Especially after
see
his
if they-
disastrous
it was
attempts at
good.
the bench press. To see him come back on the deadlift
That's-
like this is phenomenal.
Well, now he's got a fire in him
Yeah.
because of the bench press. He really wants that back, and he's
Now,
getting it
TJ
done.
Marrero attempting 298, an odd weight. I'm going to guess that's to set a record. I think you can only go up in kilo increments if you're setting a record.
This is a record attempt here.
Well, it's got to be because it's 298. It's not a 2.5 kilo jump.
This is a massive jump from his first to his. Wow. He opened at 584.
A 75-pound jump.
Wow. Gino's all fired up. You don't really see this from especially from a first attempt to a second attempt, no matter how easy it
young
is.
Man,
This is an absurd
where
jump.
are your parents? Well, I hope to God
At
he's going to grab
82 and a half kilos.
Oh,
And he makes it look easy, too.
my goodness.
Wow. I think that's...
Where did that come from?
Who takes that big of a jump? Wow. The job's not done yet, though. He has one more attempt, doesn't he?
I wouldn't. I'd be heading to the buffet at this point.
But we're starting. This is first attempts right here. He's celebrating like the meet's over, so I don't know. Maybe he's scratching his third.
He might.
Yeah, he might be
maybe
scratching
go
his third.
Go for that while you're fresh.
Maybe he wanted to get out of here, Chris. I don't know. He's got to. His Uber is waiting out front, and he had to hit his third attempt on his second. Regardless, that was very impressive. Back at the top.
He's got to get home and do some homework or something. I don't know.
He's got a final exam
Teenager.
coming up.
298. God bless. All right, Tylen Nino, our first master lifter of the afternoon, coming in for his third attempt on the deadlift. 152.5. Again, it looks like he's setting up off center. Well, I guess now he's finding it at the end.
See how he
Off
does here.
center.
I think that's a good lift.
But
Looks
it's
like
such
he's
a wide
muscling it.
stance.
Yeah.
Such a wide stance. We can't argue with results.
It's a good lift.
3 white lights for Tyler Nino.
Everyone's fired up back here in the warm-up room.
TJ Moreira's posse is celebrating, as they should.
I feel like I'm at a UFC event right here.
Our next competitor,
It's been a long day, Chris.
and I haven't lifted anything. Lifted a water bottle. Francesco Sano attempting 175 kilos on his third attempt. Luca doesn't want to tell you this, but it's 385 pounds.
Yeah, it's
Oh, come on, young man. Oh,
Got stuck at the knees. He'll get credit for his first 2.
again with that wide stance. Not that I think it made a difference at this point. But. Next up will be Taj Graywall, finishing out the day with a third attempt at 200 kilos.
which is 440 pounds.
Thank you, Lou.
Hook grip. Head and chest are up.
Be patient.
Perfect execution.
Good.
Didn't fight with the weight. Just kind of let it go.
Yeah, I thought a bit of a grind. I thought it took
Yep,
bit
definitely a
slow.
grind, but it was smooth. It was smooth. A smooth grind. The crew's all fired up back here. This is what third attempt deadlifts do to you, though.
Absolutely. Be exhilarating. Jackson Marzalek, one of our team competitors, coming in to finish the day with an attempt at 220 kilos.
Which is 485 pounds.
Thank you, Lou.
Jackson out of ABC Sports and Fitness here in Latham. Let's see if he could execute here. Oh, he got stuck at lockout, but he'll get credit for his first 2.
Still a good day for the headband. He's
Yes.
acquitted himself very well in all 3 events.
Headband failed him for 1 attempt. That's all right. Solid day for him. Got
Nathan
up.
Preston will finish up the day with his second try at 225
Let's see
kilos.
if he could get this.
Conventional stance and overhand grip. Man after my own heart.
Oh.
But a noble attempt. A noble attempt at
Couldn't lock it
225
out.
kilos.
It was close, though. Got Derek Gelato up. 230 kilos on the bar.
That is, I think, 507
Yep, it's 507.
for the beltless wonder.
See if he can finish off the day strong here with no belt for Derek Gelato. Makes it look
No
easy.
belt and all the attitude. Fantastic. Very impressive.
Great way to finish.
Taj Wellington coming back after a great 260 kilo deadlift for a second. Going to go up 12 and a half for 272.5 kilos. Luca, what is that in pounds? We're still calculating. We're still crunching the numbers, folks. 272.5 is,
600 pounds. That's a lot.
don't forget that 0.76 after it.
0.759664.
Oh, and the young man
Wow.
makes it look easy. Did he lock out? I saw a little movement. seemed to certainly have it
Think it
under
was
control.
good. Yep.
3 white lights
3
for
white
Taj
lights.
Wellington at 275 kilos.
That's a great way to
600
finish.
pounds and change. Now, Donald McCauley will also attempt 275 kilos for his final attempt of the day.
Got a couple lifts here left for these third flight lifters.
It's really been a great show here in the third flight. We've seen some phenomenal lifts here.
I think he's gonna do it.
Ronald, please, for my sake, grab the knurling.
Can't
Nope.
change. You know the rules, Chris. You can't change anything now. Let's see if he could get this.
Well, it wasn't his grip on that. That was just...
No, he
Little too
definitely
much
wasn't.
weight.
Yeah, too big
And-
of a jump.
Are you ready for this, folks? Young Antonio T.J. Marrero.
I just
of
hope that he
tender
didn't use
age.
all of his energy celebrating on that second attempt. I mean, that was a massive jump. How big? It was 75 pounds.
Yes, and now
his first 2
that
seconds.
wasn't enough. He's going to go up another 20 pounds or so, 7 kilos to 305.
He's at 305 kilos right now. That's 672 pounds
My goodness.
672 pounds.
at 82 and a half.
At
This is
82
monstrous.
and a half.
And he's just a teenager. Wow. Let's see if he can do this.
Oh, my. Oh, no.
Wow.
Gave it his all.
That was the energy of the crowd, though, right there.
Yeah.
You know, that was just such a big jump from his first to his second. He's,
Well, there's no way the young man should feel disappointed after a
No.
298-kilo deadlift.
you know what, Chris? I think he took that big of a jump because that's what he wanted, and anything after that was just going to
Gravy.
be icing on the cake, yeah. Such a great performance. All right,
He could
we're
have just gone home and gotten real icing on a donut, for example.
he has no reason not to celebrate after
Certainly
that
not.
performance.
He has earned his treats. It's a great finish for T.J. Marrero today. And at that, I believe we have concluded the lifts for the day, Tony. We're going to
Yep.
head to the medal ceremony now, I believe.
Yep. So the announcers, Gino and Mike, are going to take it over in the other room. If you stay with us momentarily, they'll be doing the award ceremony. Chris, it was great commentating with you.
Tony, it's been a pleasure, rather. Luca, it's been a pleasure working with you.
Bye.
All right, we'll see you guys. Thank you for tuning in to this afternoon session of the 2022 New York State Championships. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.